Nice. There we go. Think I might have accidentally had us unmuted for the entire time we were on the starting soon screen. Because I pressed.
No, I didn't hear a thing.
Okay, it's alright because I pressed the buttons and it muted everything. So maybe my stream deck was just having a moment. I was kind of worried then. Like, I mean, we didn't say anything bad, so like whatever. But you know what I mean? It's still stupid.
No.
What?
Wait, can we say bad things now?
No.
No.
Oh. Okay.
Thank you, Mo, for the 2 months. It is appreciated. I do appreciate you coming by, and I will make sure to put your subs and all the other shit you do to good use. Thank you, Carl, for the oh fuck that's
sound alerts.
No!
Quick, get in! Get in!
Right, no, I'm turning them off. I forgot to turn them off. I haven't done half the shit that I normally do. Great. Thanks, guys.
I can just see all of the sound alerts popping up on screen.
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that? Get everybody out of my...
Right, everyone will be finding them all turning off.
Oh dear.
In. There we go, they're off. They're off.
I think mute myself.
I think the ones that were still there will play. Yeah, they have.
It normally, yeah, it does pause it somebody normally.
Right. Hello, everybody. Tonight is episode 6, chapter 2, the D&D camp. No, 6. I went and double checked on the playlist, so you're incorrect. Fuck you.
We've got 13 episodes total.
I specifically went and checked because I couldn't remember. So I specifically went into YouTube, looked up the playlist, and then I even spotted a mistake because what I'd done is last episode I forgot to update the title because what I do is I use all the tags and the title from the video before the D&D before, and then just update the episode and read the description. And I hadn't changed it, so I'd even spotted that because I had 2 episode 4s, chapter 2, so I had to change the one to 5. And now this one's 6. And I've pre-named it The Depths for a Gem, because that is what you guys are doing, at least in theory. You guys are heading from 2 Point Warnings to Scotland's End at the request of the Baroness. This is part of like a toughness test. You guys have been sent to retrieve a gem that she'd been planning to seize for herself. Apparently it's a gem of great power, and you guys have been given permission to pretty much keep anything else that you find in there. Like, you have free loot to everything else, pretty much. From what you've been told, and from what Chichitik would have told you on the way, because we're going to start the session part the way there, but we're going to partially rewind a little bit to allow Ben to do things, because obviously he shat on us last session and didn't bother turning up. You know, just the simple things. So you guys are going to be starting the session part way to Scotland's End. I think we left you like a day out or something like that, or the morning of. But like I said, last session you had speakings and negotiations with the Baroness, and the cost of, I believe, it was 150,000 gold was put forward as if you want Jacob. If you want Jacob's crew dealt with, this would be the cost incurred to go and do so. There was seemingly, or at least based off the conversations Nivara led, no room for negotiation in that. It was either you take it or you leave it. And there was no pressure to accept, like there wasn't like coercing you into accepting it, but they were very firm and quite, this is it. You've got no other option. Certain characters had various opinions on that, different degrees. So, I'm gonna let the session start with you, Ben. Essentially catching up on anything you wish to, and then we're gonna start from the boat. I am gonna start the Oh, one other thing as well before I let Ben start. My bad. I want to give some acknowledgement to it because that's the only thing they pretty much ask for, and they allow the sounds to be used for free, which I think is really great because it's like high quality stuff. I'm currently, because God mentioned it last session, and it's something I've been wanting to do for a while, and I have tried, but trying to find stuff that's not going to get me DMCA or copyright strike is a pain in the fucking arse. It really is. It's not impossible, but it's just awkward without having to pay for like licenses and stuff that are expensive. But there's this website that I'm currently going to try and use tonight and see how it is, called Tabletop Audio. And it's not music or anything, it's just ambience. So like you can select, like the one I'm going to select in a moment is just called Open Ocean, and it's just like nice sounds, maybe a few birds, oceans, waves, splashes, things like that. And you can, there's all different ones for different settings and different places. And it's really fucking useful, and I appreciate it. I'm just going to put the link in the chat because I think that's fair. I'm going to have a command set up for it, so if anyone wants to have a look properly. But yeah. Ben? Over to you.
Hello. I think the only thing would be talking to the Vice Admiral and asking him what he knows about Yuan Ti, really.
Morgan.
Temples, yeah. And then it would just be discussing with the crew after we've been given the proposal. Those are the two things I want to do. Everything else, it's fine.
Okay, well, you can talk to the crew in a second, but when talking with Morgan, because he's not super knowledgeable about it, but he is aware that in some of the ancient temples and things like this that have been found that are seemingly centuries old and like untouched, like corpses ridden, dust, and like seemingly unused, that there was Yuan Ti on some of these islands for a period of time. They've sent people, and people have been known to raid them looking for like lost treasures maybe and things of like significant value. He himself hasn't, but he's not too aware of much because they tend the Baroness's crew don't tend to use like they're not Tomb Raiders. No, there are probably some pirate crews that do, but that's not these guys by any means.
Okay. Yep.
Because like I said, as far as he's aware, they're like centuries old. Because it's just a case of he's heard rumors. He's never seen any. He's never had any first-hand information. It's all been, oh, Gary's brother's uncle's boy went into the temple that's south of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. No, makes sense. Makes sense that they're like more established, like trading and raiding. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of the activities of the Baroness's crew seem to be more involved around mercantile businesses. They're not even like heavy raiding pirates. They don't like raid people, but they'll like stop ships and make bargains and deals, various things like that. A bit more of a shakedown, if anything.
Yeah, protection money kind of thing.
Yeah. Think more mafia-esque, not gangbangers.
Yeah.
I think it's because they're at such a size now that they don't need to worry about the little ship. When you consider the ship that you were on was, like I said, your ship at a maximum crew capacity is about 20 people at most. Their ship probably holds 600. And that's just one ship.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's no, the Josiah's definitely seen like the size difference.
Mm-hmm.
And you said Jacob's ship was like 100, didn't you? Or
about 50, 60-ish, in and around that. At least based off size, that's what crew it could have. How many it does have, you would only know based off old and most likely incorrect data. Yeah. Because when you were aboard that ship, it probably had around 60 men. Whether it still does now.
Yep. Yeah, that's all I wanted to find out from Morgan was just that, like,
Yeah.
he obviously would just be sat up there drinking a bit of booze, like if he'd been separated, just sort of chilling out a bit, and then, yeah, it was more just having a discussion of what the party's thoughts were with the deal after. So I'm not like trying to retcon negotiations or anything like that.
Well, obviously, feel free to point anybody out you wish to single out in conversation, and whoever gets singled out, you better get ready for verbal combat. Who's up first?
I think it would probably be Nivara.
Okay, Nivara, ready your fighter. Round 1. Fight.
I mean,
Hello, hello, dude.
Hello, I've been here for a hot minute.
Okie dokie. He's still late though. It's okay though. But either way, like, because what we're doing at the minute is letting Ben catch up on some just simple in-character conversations. Just so, you know.
I mean, to be honest, we can be having this conversation on the way to the thing. Like,
That's
I don't. If
absolutely
we wanna,
fine.
Yeah, if we want to do that.
I mean, it doesn't really make too much of a difference
on.
either way, because the session's going to start, like I said, a day, probably less than, from Scotland's End, where you guys are heading to. So obviously, if these are conversations you wish to have,
Yep. Okay.
go for it.
So I guess on the boat, Giselle sort of just saddled up to Nivara.
Hello?
Hello. What do you think then of this deal thing?
I worry a little if we were to take it. I just think maybe even though it is a decent enough deal, as in it takes care of a problem, I don't like us being in somebody else's pocket. I'm starting to get the opinion that how do I explain this? You know, with Phalion, how we ended up there, where we made a deal with them and then they stabbed us in the back. I just feel we should probably do this ourselves. You know? I'm more than happy to do the Scudler's End this mission and get whatever items we may need, but I feel maybe we could ask if through doing this we could maybe gain access to some information, maybe?
I was thinking trading rights or getting Paula seconded to us, like building a relationship, but as you said, not being in debt.
Yeah. Also, are we alone right now, DM?
As alone as you can be on the ship of this size. Like, I'd imagine if raised voices and like would probably be overheard, but there's no for a ship that doesn't have any internal walls and the top deck is open. You know,
There's like a
It's most
dude
of the
over there
crew.
watching the rigging.
yeah. Like, I'd imagine you're probably over the prow of the ship, just kind of like leaning over the railing, like talking to each other maybe. But people walk past.
Is most of the crew on top deck, from what I see?
Yeah, the crew you've hired, yeah, are all working. You've got Ike and Tyke, which are doing a lot of the, like, sail adjustments based off what Shelley's commanding. You've got, Montrose, which is doing a lot of the actual navigation and, like, at the wheel, at the helm. Whereas your carpenter does tend to stay below deck a lot of the time because he's just over-checking, like, the ceiling and things like this.
Cool. She'll kind of motion to Josiah, motion at Josiah towards like the stairs to go down below deck, and just
All right,
be
Carl.
like indulge me for a second, and start walking over towards the stairs.
Okay. Yeah, you'll follow.
Can we get the carpenter to go above deck? Can I have a moment of your time?
Yeah,
Hello?
I mean, the carpenter, your crew are gonna follow your orders almost without question, because, you know, you're paying them to do what you tell them.
Follow orders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I am a little concerned of what we saw in the cove, and about sending a large number of troops potentially to be swayed.
Alright, yeah.
Oh dear. Can I trust you?
Yes.
Promise?
Well, yes. He just says, I swear on the code, and like raises his hand up.
I am only telling you this. Well, I have told other people too, and I will probably tell you after the reason why I told them. I found something in Jacob's study that has me very concerned. I do not want to send more people who could potentially be even more easily controlled by Jacob.
Go on, tell me.
Okay. So, have you ever heard of white resin?
No.
Okay. And this needs to stay between us. Understand? No further. Vow? On your honor, or whatever it needs to be, I need some assurance.
Right. I, Josiah Blacksoul, swear not to fuck you over, not tell anyone else about this, or do any other bullshit. Yeah?
Good. Shake?
Yeah, do you want me to spin around 3 ways clockwise? Are we...
No. That is enough.
New elves,
So-
honestly.
That is a little racist if we're on about it. Anyway. So, white resin is a highly addictive substance produced by Yanti. But they cannot mass produce it. They can only... So, a small vial of yay big, and she literally puts it about a finger length apart and goes, about this big, will take months to fill. It is extremely rare. GCT said that it has not been around here for a century, potentially. Like, he's heard of it in the past, but not recently. So, this substance is extremely addictive, to the point of people will kill to get it. I found some in Jacob Prescott's study.
Okay.
So I am a little concerned that if we send, even though he did assure me he would choose his very, very best people, if we send more people, they're sending more people to the grinder, and more people who can hurt us.
I mean, I guess so, but you would have to have an interaction between Jacob and the people attacking him, where you would offer them drugs. They would have to get
No.
drugs.
It doesn't work like that, essentially. So, white resin only needs to be ingested to take effect. One time. Like, literally, if you take it in, you are forever addicted. And most of mine is only research, so it is only about times of, in the past. But I do not know what or how you stop being addicted. There does not seem to be any research on it.
Okay.
So this might be why I was trying to find out from our friend Vlad if he was able to purify drinks and substances, because I spotted it, and then, a little concerned.
So why don't you why do you want me to tell the rest of the crew or the party or
She
our
levels
comrades?
him with a look. because so the smaller number of people that know about this, the better. As in, if, say, for example, if someone wants to find out about that white resin was available again, it could have disastrous, and I mean disastrous outcomes. And our friends are very loose-lipped. I'm saying this because you are the most charismatic of us.
Aye, but right, okay. So let's say, for example, we didn't tell them, and then Barney sees someone sprinkling white powder into things, and someone says, "Oh, it's just salt." They wouldn't have the knowledge to help defend us against an attack using this powder.
It is not a powder. It is like a very viscous liquid. It would have to be already on the plate, but by that point you wouldn't know. Trust me, the less people that know about this, the better, which is why only you, Cheaty Dick, and the Baroness know at this point. And that was more to try and get them involved. So, you know, in the fight.
I can see some of our party being insulted that you've trusted business partners before them.
At the same point, they are not trusting me, so it goes both ways, no?
I've just been drinking a lot the last day or two.
I understand. I mean, we literally saw Vlad impale a man. We have also... Barnett keeps on trying to steal our names away from us. And then you have Dax, who doesn't need to breathe and will not tell me literally anything about it. Why should I reveal information about a potentially very dangerous thing that if someone was to find out that they knew a little bit of information about it, would hurt them considerably trying to get the information out? I am trusting you with this because I know you can withstand things.
Very well. Okay, well, okay, that point standing, it makes economic sense to me that we may keep cool shit and do it ourselves, but I guess we'll put it to the group. This is like one of those big decision group vote things, I think.
If you wish to tell them.
No, not that. I mean, just the deal.
Mm-hmm. And do not worry, I think when the time is right, I might need to talk to them about it. It just does not feel relevant just yet. I am trusting you.
Yes, so I mean, I would have appreciated when I was asking about Yanti if you'd told me then, but...
I know. I have a tendency...
Yeah, and you told some random pirates above... Yes, I'm your captain. Shrugs. He's not angry, he's just disappointed.
Yes, but at the same time you had just lost someone who you were very close to, and I did want to talk to you about it. I'm
a big boy. I can manage those things at once.
Good. As long as you are sure. As long as...
I'd rather I decide that, not you decide for me.
What do you mean?
Oh, you said you had decided that I wasn't ready to handle that information at the time.
Yes.
Said I'd rather make that decision for myself, truth being told.
You've never encountered somebody like me before, have you?
Oh no, I have. Just usually I'm trying to find out where they're keeping their shit. Not working with them.
Oh dear.
So, right. I will keep that on my code and everything else I swore you and you got me dance around for. So yes, vote, and you'll just get them all on deck, and you will get everyone else.
By all, do you mean the party?
Yeah,
yeah,
you'll get party on deck. You probably would invite Polo if Matt's all right with that, because she's still other side.
Adjacent, yeah.
Okay, so I'm assuming Chichitik as well technically doesn't count. Yeah.
No, so just Dax, Vlad. on it.
Yeah, okay.
And Navarra. Navarra's already there, so I'm not saying.
No, she will accompany you anyway. You know that.
Yeah, she was already there. I could hear Rose, like, I could hear angry Rose noises. Like, no, but she's already there.
No, it was more I was laughing at the fact that I could hear Matt getting a little bit upset because he hasn't been invited to the conversation.
I get it. I get it.
Wizard gang.
And now obviously you two are done. I get to say it out loud. Carl as well, thank you for the 100 bits, dude. It's appreciated. I know you don't get to use them on sound alerts too much because they're turned off. And thank you, Mo, again for the $25.
Yay!
Oh wow!
Yeah. And they gave 50 yesterday.
Jesus.
Yes. Well, they gave me the 25 to sort out because I was like they were mentioning about getting a new monitor, and it's to help fund the third monitor so I can have my D&D notes on its own monitor. I do need to thank you because it's a fucking appreciated. That's a lot of fucking money. It's a lot. So thank you. But no, as the party is all gathered on deck, except Paula, except Chichitik, you two are kind of put to the side.
And I'm over there still being a pirate.
Yeah. You two go and be pirate in the corner.
I mean, to be fair to Paula, this is only the second time she's not been invited to a conversation by strictly you're not involved. So...
Yeah, but it's also only the second. It's also only the second. No, it's this. It may be the second time you haven't been invited to a conversation, but this is also the second only conversation of its kind.
Yeah.
Well,
but either way, though.
Sad girl in the corner.
Yeah, Josiah, you gather the crew and the peoples.
I mean, it's literally it's just sort of like, so we've been offered this deal. I think we put it to a vote. I mean, my thought in is it would get the job done, but we could spend that money on our own cool shit. So, I mean, rather than we spend ages deliberating it, should we just put it to a vote and get on with it?
So what is yay and what is nay?
I was going to say, and Liam, shut up, deal or no deal.
So deal is us accepting the deal and no deal is us not accepting the deal? Okay.
Yes. And there isn't a big red phone.
Oh.
There's also not 50 different cases filled with different deals.
No, there's just
So you have to spend nearly an hour trying to find one, only then to switch it at the last minute and watch as all that money gets opened the other side of the room.
Does that mean I'm the banker?
You are a first class banker, Danny.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just in case, there's no phone a friend or ask the audience either.
Oh, we're switching over there.
It's less deal or no deal and more, do you want to be 150,000 gold in debt?
Well, yeah, it would be literally. Are we putting them in chat? That might just be easier.
I thought that might be easier.
No, I
than us
definitely
all
think
talking
putting them
over
in
each other.
chat would be much easier. So obviously you two state your options and then just put yay or nay. Because at least then it won't get lost in translation.
Oh.
All right.
This might be unanimous. If it's not, don't worry.
Well, we've actually all agreed on something. Fuck it up.
Holy shit.
Trauma bonded. We're trauma bonded at this point. We're all going to be on the same level.
It's just I'd be like, oh, I'm glad we all agreed. Excellent. Okay.
Once.
Yeah. What I was going to say is the caveat is we do this mission and we ask for Polar to join us after. We get Gem. We have good relations with Baroness, and we get Polar as a comment. Yes. Everyone all right with that?
Yes, you can be an ambassador, or whatever you call it on a lesser scale.
And
Perfect.
then he would call Polar and cheek it back then, and just be like,
Is it Cheaty Tick or Cheaty
"She
Kick or
chick."
I believe it's Chi Tick.
The accent
I
is
have-
on the second chi.
I have a concern with this. You saying
To
go and
cheat.
still go and do this mission,
Yeah.
and then try and build equal relationships with this person, the Baroness. Why? What makes you think that she'll do that?
Well, not equal. I just like if we want to trade shit or buy something from him like that, just the ability to return back if we want.
I think
Don't-
I just want to. I think he means more than sort of like it's not hostile relations.
That's
Yeah.
my point.
Yeah.
We're going to do something that she's already said go and do to prove ourselves. Then we're gonna do it and say, well, we're not going to take your deal. We're just going to trade with you anyway. What's going to what's going to stop her turn around and like chopping our heads off her taking something that she wants to take?
No, we're going to
mean-
give it to her for
Yeah.
as a we
Okay.
cool as a
Or-
we cool and we get pulled
Then
off.
wouldn't we be doing this deal, meaning that we've accepted her deal by doing this because that's what she said?
No. No, this is a test. She's not
this-
even agreed to the deal at
is
the
this-
moment.
Is Chichitek present for this conversation?
That's what I was
Yes,
calling
yes,
them
yes, yes,
over
yes.
for.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just bring
So-
them in because that would be.
Yeah.
Your guys' plan is to not call us to help deal with the pirate over there, but still do the thing we want in order to establish trading relations.
Yes, and get her for a bit. And he points at Paula.
All right. I'll go ferry that up the chain of command, and I will return shortly with an answer.
We're on a boat to the place.
We're on the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Again, because there's been a lot of conversation. You guys are on the boat on the way to Scotland's End on the party's boat. You guys have left because that's
no,
how-
I'm just gonna.
yeah. But
No, I'm
obviously,
just gonna send
Have
my
you got
fucking.
sending? Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna
Oh.
send my familiar.
Oh, I thought you literally just stepped off the boat like. it's
Just
gone.
No, I'm just gonna send my familiar to the main fleet, and it should return by like tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah. So obviously, you pass message on that the party's looking at declining the offer that was put, the cost of the offer that was put forward for the fleet, but they're still going ahead with the request, which was basically a means of power gauging you guys. Which is still doing work for them because obviously they're getting the gem out of it that you guys are going to get, and you guys get a reward out of it in whatever else is there.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's mainly gem for Paula and not shooting us on sight if we want to return
Yeah.
back to the fleet.
Yeah.
That's
Obviously,
Yeah,
if
we'll
you
give
guys
you-
would have just fucked off, then yeah, you probably would have been on site. But
Yeah, we'll give you a semaphore flag.
It's almost like this is us trying to open up negotiations for future times. Do you know what I mean?
It's opening a fast travel point to the fleet now.
Exactly. Yeah.
Fast travel. It's opening up a very slow travel, but still like, hey, what's up?
Only
It's-
until
it's,
level.
It's increasing your
13?
faction relationship with the
Yeah.
pirates.
Be neutral or yeah.
It's turning from hostile
It's-
to neutral faction.
It's always good to have friends in high places. Not be subservient to people in high places, but have friends in those places is always positive. But yeah.
okay. So obviously, you guys continue your voyage, and again, I'm going to slow narrate, but please stop me if there's any other conversations you guys wish to do in the time. So, the familiar is sent off and will return in however long it takes. Go on, Rose.
There is
I was just going
one
to say,
other
in the
very specific thing I wish to get before we left.
Go on.
A waterproof bag lined with lead.
Lined
For
with,
the-
lined with lead
for-
would take time, but a water. You already gave a waterproof bag to Naivara,
Yeah,
though, I
but-
believe, because you gave her yours.
Yeah, I want to make sure that someone who casts detect poison and disease won't be able to just see, oh, hello there.
Yeah.
Magic math.
In terms of getting it lined with lead, that would take time, and obviously you don't have that. But obviously she has a waterproof
Okay.
bag now at least, because I believe you kind of like, when you heard everything, you emptied your bag and just went, here, take it.
Yeah, don't worry. I mean, like, I went to the ship like, hey, by the time I get back, give me a waterproof bag lined with lead about this big.
That's a
Don't
fair
ask
request.
questions.
That's a fair request, and obviously given your station, yeah, they could probably definitely get on that. Whether it's done by the time you get back, most likely, but we'll see. I'll do some rolls behind the screen.
Yeah.
Could they
Okay.
not use the bazaar as well as an option?
That's the point. They
Yeah,
would
but-
be using
yeah.
that.
Okay, cool.
Because they don't have like crafting facilities on the ship, but they have the ability to access crafting points.
Cool. I was just going to say, as a bit of a background thing, we don't need to RP it, but if Polar wants to, and GT is open to it, we could maybe do some magic training.
Yeah. Always up for some more lessons.
Looks at
Oh, we will
Kari.
continue. It is just we are going to continue her knowledge of basic semantics at the moment. Start off small. This is how you move your arms. It is a little messy, her way of casting. If you are open,
Is he a
GT2.
sorcerer?
Sorry?
Is he a sorcerer?
Polar? No.
Yeah.
She has displayed potentially some wizard adjacent abilities. As in, she
Fair,
seems
yeah.
to enjoy hiding behind things quite considerably and is rather sneaky, but also her. How do I make this sound not insulting? She has had no formal training, her semantic work is all over the shop, and her spellcasting is a little messy. It is almost self-taught and probably very early stages. But
Polar,
shows
I'm
a
a fucking
tremendous...
wizard. Polar, we have so many fucking wizards on the ship. Why did you not ask any of them?
Because I'm very rarely on the ship, to be fair. I
Fair.
guess I'm out for months.
That is a good point. Yeah, you are sent out a lot of the time.
Yeah.
We have how to wizard book.
You know what? It would be quite funny in that sort of lore sense that Polar probably learnt wizarding probably while out on a mission and then was self-teaching it as like in private. Do you know what I mean? Probably came back one day with this book and it's a bit like, I'm this now.
How to wizard.
But she does show tremendous potential. I just don't think she's like us kind of wizard. I will
Damn.
require more time.
I'm still learning.
Oh, yes. Like I say, we all start from somewhere. Every wizard starts with learning your cantrips over and over and over and over and over again, and then you learn the verbal components of spells over. And it takes time. Wizarding is not something that you pick up.
I learned Find Familiar as my first spell, so I would have something to test every other subsequent spell on.
That is understandable. My first, well, technically all high elves, we are kind of born with innate magic. So the first one popped up when I was very young. I don't think I even tried. I think I just did it.
Had a character came out the womb prestidigitating.
No, it was dancing lights. My lanterns were the first spell I learnt, and then after that, it was just a kind of snowball effect. I genuinely didn't become a wizard until maybe I think I was 60. It's somewhere between 40 and 60, I think, is when I started learning actual spellcraft.
All right.
But yeah, so lessons. And we can do this in the background. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Obviously,
Wizard nonsense in
Oh,
background.
Yeah, no. So obviously, as part of your guys' downtime, we'll probably be sitting down with Polar, probably showing a few like hand manipulation techniques and the ways to like carve sigils in the air and do basic cantrips and maybe like refine some of the spellcraft.
CT6 just like asking them dumb questions about herbs, spices, and oils. It's like, all right, here's the bundle you need. Like writes down a recipe for like an incense block they need in order to summon, for them specifically to summon a familiar that won't be someone else's.
Yeah,
This is why I think it's
that's good.
almost like we're teaching what addition is before we get to, before we start teaching them algebra and complex formulas and stuff like that. Let's start with addition and move our way up the chain, and then we'll start with the times tables, basic stuff, just to give us some support.
here's a calculator.
Yeah.
Alright, I've calculated what you need to summon a familiar. These are the exact herbs and spices and oils you need. Here you go.
Okay.
I do not think it was like that, but okay.
I have a thing, but if I don't mind waiting,
Go for it.
People have things.
Go for it, because the next thing I was going to be was when you start seeing the island on the horizon. So, by all means, get it in now.
I have a confession.
No,
I did not write the name of my midnight visitor.
Your what? Sorry.
Midnight visitor.
Right. Give me a second. I can pull it up.
I've got Misha, but I haven't.
It's Gissa.
No.
No.
Gisa is the name that they were meant to slay.
The auntie. Mm-hmm.
Yes. No, it was session 11. Loxana. I'll put it in the chat. Gisa was the name that was given as the
I've got Gisa here. I
one
just
to
haven't
subdue.
got.
Loxana is the name of this thing that's now in your presence of some sort.
That Rose does.
I say that Rose noise is concerning. She's clicked on something, or she has another conspiracy. Rose, where's the thread? Has little Josiah fell down a well? Where's it at? No, because he's as I said Loxana, I just heard the.
Yeah, they didn't take a breath. I heard it as well.
Go on.
Oh god,
go on,
I
go
don't
on,
like
go on.
No. I'm going to save it for after session.
Oh,
and I'll talk to you guys
it was just
outside of
funny,
session.
like because I can't.
Conspiracy intensifies.
Literally, I can't wait until we do these sessions in person because we're gonna not only hear it, but I can almost imagine the immediate wide eyes and the mouth agape and like kind of like sit back in the chair like, oh no.
Every time the stuff I notice every session, it's a curse. Okay, it's a curse.
But it's good. It's good at the same time though because it means it won't come and bite you on the ass when nobody notices it.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Because,
it will still come bite you on the ass. It's just the problem is just someone will be able to
See
be
it
like,
coming.
there it is.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, if something jumps on you guys and you don't know where the fuck it's come from, whereas at least if you anticipate something from somewhere, you know what I mean? You've got some sort of preparedness, but either way, as you guys are traveling.
There was one more thing.
I wanted to do a thing with the name.
I thought that's all you wanted.
No, sorry.
Oh, carry
it would
on.
be like, I guess he'll like go to the bar and sort of just whisper, like watching over the ocean, just like, Loxana, you said you could hear me. If you can point me to any magical shit or money in the future, it would be appreciated. I don't know if he hears anything back. If not,
No,
just...
you wouldn't hear any response.
No.
It's very prayer-esque. You kind of like whisper it out, just but nothing. You don't like feel anything.
That's fine.
What?
There was one more thing I wanted to do. I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. I don't mind.
Can I find Barnet at some point, please? I don't care if other people are there or not. I want to find Barnet.
You turn around and you see him like the other end of the ship. There you go. Well done. Is that all you needed?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So, Navarro will move over to Barnet and be like, Barnet, may I have a moment of your time?
Yeah. I think so, yeah.
Good. So, I heard from a little bird that you indulged recently in some fornication.
Yeah.
And you've not invited Josiah to this conversation.
Josiah's really close, I assume. I'm on the deck of the ship. I'm not cutting out people. I've just gone to Barnet. So Josiah,
fucking
come
god,
in if
that
you
has
want.
to be the worst way to ever phrase that.
I think it's intentional.
You can come over if you want to. You can hear Navarra literally say on the deck of the ship, fornication. You can
Everyone's probably turned around. Everyone's probably turns around, and Josiah probably like just come over like eating an apple or something. Probably like, what are you asking, body boy?
Oh, I just wanted
Get back to work, everyone. Back to work.
Me as well? I can.
No,
go?
just
Okay.
everyone's watching.
Okay. I just wanted to gather some data. If you are comfortable with talking.
Okay, yeah.
So, is this? How do I explain without sounding really bad?
Josiah goes and gets some ale, and he's like, if you want to talk details, it's usually best with a drink.
I don't want to go too in depth. I don't need graphic depictions. I just wanted to know if this has changed anything that you believed before, or is it just assured things? Are you going to continue, or are you stopping? Did you enjoy it?
Ask him one question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did he breed like rabbits?
That
So
was with a bloke, so
we don't know how
probably not.
Paragon work.
No, yeah, true.
So
It's like a chest burst in that bloke now.
So, did this confirm anything that you believed before you entered into the encounter?
What do you mean?
I mean, so last time when we showed you the pictures, you literally just took them and walked away.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of data, so what I'm trying to find out is, were you assured in anything? Was it like, yes, I definitely am this way, or no, I am not?
Are you asking him, has he found out he likes having sex with non-furry people? Is that what you're asking him?
Yes, that is exactly what I am asking him. Okay.
And the answer
And she'll
is
like-
yes. He
So-
said,
And she will check. Sorry?
I already knew.
You did? Is this where you tell us that you had a relationship with your wizard friend?
No,
No.
nothing like that.
She scribbles down war notes. Okay. Did you have a relationship before you came on board the ship, or was that your first time?
I haven't had a relationship before, no.
he said he's had. He said he's found out before, so.
So you have
Okay,
fornicated
I
before.
think what you need to ask him, was he a giver or receiver with the
Oh my
wizard
God.
friend?
Lad!
Did the wizard have relations with him, but him not with him, as such? Is that what you're trying to ask?
No! But now Vlad steps into the conversation. Okay.
No,
That isn't a Vlad- that isn't a Vlad question,
guys.
that's
He's got a
Vlad.
point.
Let the man speak.
No, he's got a point.
I don't think that was a blood question. I think that was a call.
Was it out of character, Carl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's how you asked it. You said, did you have relations with your wizard friend? Well, that doesn't mean that the wizard friend didn't have relations with him. It was like it says, it was a giver or receiver.
I didn't mean it as in like where you what.
Look, I
did.
think you can still have relations whether you're the pump or the
Yeah.
dog.
And not only that, but it doesn't mean that you can still do stuff and it still be classed in this bracket of fornication. But anyway, we're getting off track.
We are.
So,
Was we on it?
no. This is me derailing your entire campaign to talk to a rabbit
Right, so
person
Josiah
about
takes
sex.
control a bit. It's like, are you asking if he's a top or a bottom? Or are we moving on to the next question?
Next question. Unless
Alright.
you really want to know, Vlad.
I'm not bothered. I just wanted to make sure we understood where you was coming from.
Okay. What I meant was that your first time?
No.
No. Okay, so that is some good statistical data now, so we know that this is a reoccurring thing. As in, next time we're in town, would you like another chat?
Maybe, I see how I feel.
Okay. Tommy. It's the funniest thing.
He's
Okay.
gonna start singing. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about
Talk
you
about
and
you
me.
and me. Let's talk
Oh,
about sex.
No, but
I'm
you know
imagining
the weirdest
or
problem is
Bloodhound Gang.
the weirdest problem is for me because you keep using the word fornication. I keep thinking of the song California.
Californication.
That's exactly what I keep singing. I keep singing that to myself. I keep singing Californication.
That changes the meaning of that song a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. This is some more data. I think I need to widen my sample pool a little bit.
I mean, my question would be, do you prefer blokes, or is it like you like lasses sometimes and blokes other times?
Is it more that you do not care about their specific gender?
I don't really
The
care
person?
about the gender.
Welcome to determining a rapid sexuality with the Dancer D&D game.
Look,
Well, this
from the
campaign is affectionately known as whatever floats your boat. So, like,
look. I think we can safely assume that Barnett's sexuality is yes, please.
yeah, that's. Well, no, it's if I feel like it, yes, please.
Yeah.
I think that's the vibe I'm getting. Ooh. And I already know Vlad, and I know Josiah, and now Barnett, so that's 3 out of 5. Not bad going. And she will go do more like notes, if that makes sense, and just kind of
Eventually, as you guys are discussing this over hours, you will notice, and Chichitik and Paula more accustomed to this island because you guys have heard word of this island before, wanted to go there. You'll eventually start seeing the like a thin like funnel of smoke coming over the horizon, followed by the cresting of a large mountainous looking island. Eventually you will start to see Scotland's End coming into purview, and you can see the large like dark stone jaggeds where lava has has flown and then formed a thick crust of the island, like making like this charred black looking island. You'll notice that the air, every so often, if the wind blows in the right direction, you'll get like a gust of like almost when you're in a car and you got the heater on and like the blower hits you and you feel that gush of heat as you eventually get closer and closer, and the island makes itself more and more known. You can see the volcano itself probably extends a few miles high. It doesn't look active. At the moment, it looks relatively stable. And Chichitik, you would be aware that on the side where the majority of the lava flows, which is on the western side, that is going to be where you're going to be looking for the entrance to this vault, temple, whatever it may be. And what you've been told is there's some large formations of like crust that have been made, like rock that's been made from lava that's flown and then cooled. Apparently, it was a part of it was found during an excavation, and so like part of this metal door had been found. So the job would be to go and clear the rubble off that, get access in there, and go down below and find this gem that apparently is in there. Is there any preparations you guys do?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Chichitik? Or Chichitik?
Yes.
What types of spells do you have? What is your
Mostly-
speciality?
Mostly utility and ways to prevent things.
Okay. So you can change outcomes.
Yes. I have many nope spells.
Would you happen to have a silvery barbs in your arsenal?
Yes.
Excellent.
Daddy's not happy.
Me too. I think he's used to it by now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just used to the bullshit. It's okay.
Silvery bar. Look, Dan. Look, the character we fought in the fucking adventures in the arena aka Adventures of Bodhi,
Yeah.
had silver. One of us had silvery bars, and Dan had lucky, so it was just
Yeah.
continuously nope.
Yeah, he would nope me and I'd nope him back. It was great. But eventually, and Montrose will explain, obviously, we don't want to bring the ship too close to the island just in case any damage might be sustained from maybe like some lava that has that flowed underneath and caused some sharp rocks and things like this. But what we will do is we use the small lifeboats that we had procured from Crimson Blossom, and we can moor ourselves about a mile from the shore, and we'll get you across, huh? We'll get Ike and Tyke to row you all.
All right.
I will cast mage armor on myself, just quickly. Whoop.
A wise choice, monsieur.
I will also slap myself with mage armor.
And
The wizard suit up.
And you both look at Polar expectantly.
Yeah.
And Polar just slaps themselves.
I have leather armor.
Yeah.
You pad the leather. Like, them two slap themselves into this shimmer of, like, this archaic armor, and you just kind of just, like... Just tug on the leather armor and, like, adjust it in a couple places and give it a little pat on the chest and just... I'm good. Eventually, you will all get yourselves ferried across, and you will notice that this island is hot. Surprising, I know, for a volcano island. It's definitely noticeably more hot than the surrounding areas and the surrounding islands, like definitely by about 10, 15 degrees maybe, even at the foot of the island.
Joke's on you. One of my shift weave is something you wear when you're hot. It's just shorts and like a linen shirt.
Oh, so yeah, you've got preparation.
I also cast Prestidigitation on my shirt to make it cool.
Yeah, it's not at a level now where it's going to cause you any harm, but it's uncomfortable, unless anyone has any resistances, any items to counteract, obviously.
That's why I'm making all of my clothes cool.
Chichitik, can you do me a solid and either roll, as you are the one that has the most knowledge of where this island's entrance is, because you would have been told beforehand. Can you roll me either a history check to try and remember, or a survival check to try and find it yourself?
I got a 13 on the check.
Yeah. It wasn't designed to be... This wasn't a success or a failure. This was more about how long it takes. It's going to take a little bit of time, probably about 30 minutes or so, but you do eventually find where you can see where at different points in time where an eruption of this island's happened, and you can see like lava has flown, created like almost a bank, and then the lava the next time will flow in a different direction because it kind of bounces off the dry lava, and you can kind of find one of these flow points, and you can see where someone has clearly dug out a portion of it, and you can kind of see underneath that there is this like obsidian colored metal, like it's obviously charred and burnt this color over however long it's been here, but you can see this large lump of flat metal, part exposed, but there is still some debris left to move. Taking your time, I'd imagine each of you probably have various weapons and tools that you can right away, and it's not super hard, so I'm not going to make anybody roll. It's fairly, from what I believe like lava when it's dried, it's kind of brittle. It's not super tough.
Yeah,
and
I think most volcanic rock is pretty brittle.
Yeah, so like a couple of solid smacks, especially from something like Vlad's mace, would just shatter it and obliterate it. It's more or less about taking time and making sure you get all of it, and eventually what you'll see is a square that's probably about 3 foot by 3 foot. It's made of this solid black metal. It doesn't have like any keyhole or anything like that, but it does have a large round like handle in the center, and that's it.
Okay.
Is Oh, is there any markings or words, or is it just
It is
black
a
sheet?
a flat sheet of metal with this handle that sticks out for someone or something to grab.
You're the archaeologist.
Okay.
What's the likelihood that it'll be trapped?
I'll open the door. Oh.
Okay, you put your hand on it. You put your hand, like, because you grab it and try and pull it, and it doesn't move. But as you hold it, just to the left of your hand, welcome back, Mo, you can see a set of red engraved runes glow that weren't, they're not, like, you don't see any indentation marks, but they suddenly start appear and glow. And as you hold it, like, they all, like, blink into position and kind of, like, all move and shuffle really quickly, and then just lay there still and do nothing.
Can I tell what the Arcana was? Like, what spells working?
Make an Arcana check.
Oop, well, that's an 8.
You don't sense any spell of any kind, but what you do is, as, like, do you let go of the handle when they all appear?
Yeah, because I imagine I've like,
Okay.
I'm starting to,
Well,
I've
okay.
like crouched down a bit, so I'm eye level with the words.
Well,
if that makes sense.
as you let go of the handle, the runes go,
I'll put my hand back on again.
and the runes reappear.
I'm gonna. All right, give me. All right, everyone. Time for. Give me 10 minutes. The wizard time.
Oh.
You notice the second time when you put your hand back, as you're trying to discern, like, if it's a spell of any kind. It doesn't seem to be a spell, but you notice that as you focus on some of the runes individually, as you kind of, like, look at one and study it and then move your eyes away from it, it for a very short moment, the rune moves as your eyes leave it and then stops moving, and it's like permanently moved. Almost as if, as you're focusing on them, you can almost telepathically, like, move them.
Oh. I will think really loud, open, in my head, and then cycle through every language I know, trying to hit it. I'll even say it aloud if needs be.
No. The only movement you've had so far is that the runes seem to move almost as you're, like, eye tracking them.
Do I find any other runes if I look around?
There's about, like I said, multiple showed up. There's about 10 on the door. And they were originally in a grid, but now the one has, like, been shifted over, and I'd imagine you probably nudged a few more over. Like, so imagine 10 squares of paper, and, like, you've kind of just, like, pushed a couple, so now they're all, like, semi on top of each other.
Oh, okay, I will try and move one a little bit further up, see if it's, like, in a maze or some sort of trap.
Make a intelligence check.
Okie dokie. I will have motioned over. Oh, Cheaty is busy at the moment.
I'm just doing them 10-minute wizard things.
Yeah, I know you're doing it.
Okay.
Comprehend languages or
as you're moving them around, you kind of, like, play with them a little bit, move them to different positions, and try and get a gauge of, like, what does it want from you, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, like, because you've not been given any indication of what to do to figure it out. But you notice that some of them seem to line up and, like, form, like, solid lines going through each other.
Oh. Can I move them about? Does it look like pieces of a puzzle? Like I can move them together so that they fit in a shape or some sort of format?
You can. It almost seems as if some match up and sync with each other, and, like, the lines, like, then line up and, like, sync, as if there's, like, a pattern to be made.
Cool, I will try and make that pattern.
Make an Arcana check.
Uh, 24.
Fucking hell, that's a nice roll. Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you realise kind of what might be the answer. You start very quickly, and as you're getting used to the mental gymnastics you're having to do to like manipulate these pieces, you start moving them rather quickly, and all of you can see these multiple pieces like floating around and like moving into position and slowly creating like all the lines start to like touch and join up, and eventually, and much quicker than I was expecting, because that roll's pretty damn good based off the DC, you start forming like, and you start noticing like people as you're watching like a pattern, a design start to form. As you can see that these individual things aren't runes themselves, but part of a bigger, an actual complete marking and rune. And eventually you start moving and shifting and moving and shifting. And it's a circular pattern with like all these inscriptions in an arcane language that you would recognize. And once the last one has moved into position, the runes and that are all together now just disappear entirely. And as you're holding the door suddenly feels much lighter. And you feel, I think it's transformation.
Transmutation.
Transmutation, yeah. As the door that was probably hundreds and hundreds of pounds in weight is now as light as a feather, and you pull it out and you see this metal block that was 3 foot by 3 foot and was probably about a foot thick. Just, you lift it up like it's nothing.
She'll turn to the others and be like, I am an archaeologist. And start to walk down the tunnel. Start to go forward a little bit.
As you open it, though, can you make a Constitution saving?
Yep, there's the trap.
Remember, kids, if you have a Yuan Ti temple, odds are there's infinite poison.
Or as you go through the door, don't talk about how smart you are.
Okay.
19.
As you open it, you are immediately met with an oppressive wave of heat coming from like down below these thick stone stairs that descend. And you kind of like take a moment as you're almost caught out of breath as you just feel this dry, horrible heat just like hit the back of your throat and all your sinuses and dry all your like all the saliva and stuff in your mouth, and it just dries out. It's fucking horrible. You don't suffer any effects because you passed check, but you kind of take a moment like, fuck me, that's awful. And as you kind of reel back, you start to feel slowly the door quote marks in your hand is getting heavier. Not rapidly.
I move forward quickly.
Not rapidly, but it's gaining a couple pounds here, couple pounds here, couple pounds here.
Yeah, I'll get everybody to step in at this point.
Yeah, you just put it to the side.
It's very hot. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's move.
And you descend these pitch black stairs, going God knows how deep. And you see the light behind you slowly fading away and fading away. As you all descend, what feels...
I will...
Yep.
Was the...
I'm just going to bring up my dancing lights so my lanterns start to lift up a little bit, my little brass lanterns.
Easy enough.
To try and illuminate the space a bit.
Matt?
Was the door closing?
No, what it was a big square block of metal with a handle on. Essentially, what it was, when she completed the room, cast a spell on it to make it light.
Yeah.
So she was able to pull it out.
Lift it.
You could have brute forced it by just pulling it out straight up. Or, for someone who's not as strong and nowhere near as strong, it made it light as a feather. And what it was, as the spell was fading, the block was getting slowly heavier again back to its original state. She put it to the side, like she picked this plug up, put it to the side, and you guys have gone down. Because the problem is, if you went in and put it back...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't get out.
And also then it would just become an oven without a ventilation shaft.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, with how hot it was when she opened it, yeah, you guys would have hooked. Eventually. But you descend what probably feels like 30, 40 feet. I see Peglin. I will...
Oh, I have checking something.
Okay. I'm gonna take you to the map. So let me double check. I've set the fog of war correct. I have, because what I've managed to do is put multiple rooms in one map. There we go.
On our journey, did your cat return?
It was only a few hours. It hasn't yet.
Oh, okay, cool.
You descend.
Danny.
Yes.
We can see lots of minis. I don't know if they're supposed to.
They're not minis. I'll explain.
Okay.
They're not minis yet.
Well, it was just I couldn't find anything remotely appropriate, so I had to find the actual token of what they're representing. Again, let me explain. You eventually descend down the stairs, and as you
let him explain, damn it.
As you hit the last few steps, above each of these circular alcoves, just like these torchlights just come to light, and just boof, 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 going all the way down, and you can see at the opposite end a large looming metal grate, and you can see through it because it's more like portcullis bars, and you can see a large metal stand with a large red gem that's probably a few feet wide behind it. What you see in these alcoves is you see 8 statues, 4 on each side, of Yuan-Ti soldiers, it looks like, made of what looks like a stone of some sort, wielding weapons. Their hands like kind of extended outwards, but it's like not fully clasped around the handle of the blade, like they're half open. And you can see on the door, the metal door, the opposite side, you can see 8 chains with large hoops of different lengths.
Okay. Can I see any sorts of markings if I start to step forward a little bit? Can I see any writing or anything
check.
like that? Thank you. $14?
Apart from what I've already described to you, nothing else stands out. Although it looks like they're on like platforms as well, I just want to say those circular alcoves, they're flush to the floor. It's just obviously the way I had to layer the stamps.
Cool. I'll begin to move forward.
Yeah. As you start walking down, you like see the statues are all of what looks like a similar or the same person creature, but in various slightly altered poses. They all have a weapon out, like in their hand, with their hands like open slightly outward. Some are swords, some are like pole arms, some are maces, some are axes, but they all are like humanoid Yuan-Ti creatures. So
I would assume that maybe I've got some sort of scarf or handkerchief or something like that. Can I basically tie it around my mouth just in case? Because someone did mention something about spraying poison traps and Yuan-Ti things. That's made me kind of think, so I'll cover my mouth a little bit just in case.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine, and you can do that.
I will do likewise.
I guess Josiah will just be trying to walk behind the wizards because they seem to know where they're going.
Yeah, you can see the
We're
floor.
like, ooh, riddle, puzzle.
You can see the floor is marked and sooted with large amounts of like ash and soot and markings. Again, the door, as you get closer, you can see it's like metal grate portcullis. And you can see that there are large, thick, heavy chains of different lengths hanging off the sides of the door of the gate, with large hoops.
You said that the statues themselves, they're holding a weapon, but they seem their arms are a little, their hands are open,
Slightly open, yeah. They're not fully, they're not clasped around the weapon, like holding it tight. They're like half open, half closed.
Does it look a little bit like a metal ring could have been placed in them?
Very possible. The chains, there's 4 to a side, and there are some that are longer, some that are shorter, but they like what's on the left mimics what's on the right, and there's like one very long one slightly shorter, one slightly shorter, one slightly shorter than that.
Cool. Can we have them get everybody to move? Sorry, I'll go in character. GT2. My theory for this would be get the longer ones to be at the furthest point away. and then move down in lengthwise.
It could also be the other way.
But we might not be able to reach the furthest one. I mean, maybe we should give it a go with the shorter one. I'm just thinking that for this thing to move, they're going to have to be taught. So if we go for one that's the closest, unless it somehow pulls it.
I have a question. So these two statues are the same pose, but each statue
Every
like, going
statue
laterally?
is of a very similar or the same snake-like humanoid creature, but they're in different variations of poses. Some have different weapons in their hand, but they all look very similar. Let me, if you want, I'll quickly Google what the creature is, and I'll get you a proper picture so you can kind of see.
Oh, I feel
Is
like
it
I
an
know-
abomination?
No.
A tail?
Yeah, it's like a Malazan.
No, it doesn't have a tail. It has
Malazan?
feeties. Give me a sec.
Oh, is it where it's got almost like a hood?
No.
You know, like a snake hood face instead. Oh, okay.
Give me a second. Oh shit. Well, if you look at the stream, you'll see. For some reason, I can't get it to upload to the Roll20.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. I know the one you're about. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a Malazan.
That's correct.
Marathon.
Have you been on a Scalies website?
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway.
That's what they are. It's just I couldn't find any Snake Man statue stamps on my Incarnate. Like fucking hell, why wasn't they prepared for Snake Man statues? So I just went and found the top-down token and just slotted them in because.
What are amateurs?
Yeah, I fucking know, right? They had statues of people, but not of fucking snake men. No.
Can I just quickly look up, see if there's any hooks on the ceiling or anything that we might need to pull these through?
The ceiling's probably about 20 foot tall. Just as the point out, these statues are about 10-ish foot tall. They're not massive. But the ceiling's probably about 15 to 20 foot tall. It looks smooth stone. These walls, although the stamp shows brickwork, they're relatively smooth. You can see where bricks are lined up. It's not flush, it's not perfect. It's not cut out, it's been built. But yeah, no, it looks relatively smooth stone across the ceiling.
Does the door look like it moves up or moves out or moves in?
It's,
by looking at it,
it's split into.
can I tell?
It's split down the middle, like you can see there. So it and it looks like it would potentially open towards you guys.
Towards us.
Yes.
Ah.
So the
It opens
hinges
towards us,
would.
say.
Yeah. You can't see the hinges though.
That
Oh.
question.
So we can't see the hinges, it's blocked by the wall.
Yes, but it looks like it may open towards you, and given the chains, makes sense, I guess.
Or does it look like it'll slide to the side? Because if we can't see the hinges, it's physically
You don't
not
know.
able unless it pulls out. and
Unless
then
you open the
forward.
door, you're not really gonna find out, or be on the other side of the door. But to be on the other side of the door, you got to kind of open the door.
Yeah, I just mean, if it is that the hinges have been blocked by the wall, the door can't open by moving towards us. It's
Shall we just put the
impossible.
chains in?
Yeah.
So
I was
it's
using my brain smarts as a wizard to be like, oh, okay. But yeah, I don't know if this is the right option, but we can give it a go.
Question.
Give each one a chain.
Wait a second, I think, what were you going to say?
How many unique weapons are between these 8?
There looks to be
statues?
about 3 unique weapons. There's 5 that are wielding swords. There are 2 that are wielding a pike trident combination of some sort, and there's 1 that seems to be wielding an axe.
All right. Are the swords different lengths?
No, they
Okay.
look they look about as uniform as they can be for handmade. There are some variations, like the weapon, like the image of the UNT creature I showed you. The swords are curved, double curved, like a scimitar. Some have slightly more exaggerated curves, some have slightly less, some are different. They're handmade, so they're not perfectly unison.
I wonder, are we overcomplicating it at this point?
We might be
Maybe
overthinking it. Yeah. If we just give one statue one chain that reaches. So longest to
You
the
say that the
far left.
floor is ash marked, right? Like it looks like it's been burned.
Doesn't look. It looks like there's quite a number of stains, like all across the floor of like ash, soot, smoke.
Can we, as a group, maybe just do? Oh, sorry, I'll talk in character. I wonder whether we just do one. Just let's search this place top to bottom. Do really intense search, so we can make sure that we are not missing anything, because it looks like maybe lava may drop, and she'll point at the ash floor. Can we just do basically an investigation check throughout?
You may. And Rev, I don't know if you're in the chat or not, but thank you for subscribing on YouTube. Thank you. You may. Everyone do investigation checks that want to look around, and I'm assuming the general thing is looking for traps or any potential problems.
Mine was more, I'm looking for wording, holes, that kind of thing, but I got a natural 1, so...
You don't see shit.
So I've got a natural 20, yeah. Supervising.
Okay.
Josiah's just sort of more protecting the group.
I'm looking at anything that's going to trigger the trap off.
Okay. Outside of the chains, the gate, and the statues, and the floor and the walls and the ceiling, there doesn't seem to be anything in this chamber. You can see into the next chamber, which I may as well reveal it, because like I said, you can see in. Ignore the gap as well between the two maps, because they were made separately. You'll notice that there is like a gap of the desert flooring, which was the basic background. Ignore it. Imagine as if it's like flush going into the next room. Just, yeah. There you go. So if you look to the right a little bit, you'll see there's the large gem on the metal platform. On all of the walls going the entire way round, you can see large pieces of art in various depictions. You can't really see too much detail on them because you notice as you're really staring into the other room, there's like a haze of heat going across that room, creating like a mirage-like effect, and it does distort your view into that room a little bit, but not fully. But you can't really make out the artwork too much because you're looking at art that's the opposite side of the room, because you can't look directly to the left or right. But no, in this room doesn't look like the room that you're in, I mean, doesn't necessarily look like it's got any like pressure plates. It doesn't look like it's got any weird hidden switches or buttons. It seems okay for now.
Let's go with the... Oh, let's put the chains in their hands. And I will pick one up. Why not? Let's get this moving.
Yeah.
I'm going to take one of the shorter ones and take it to the one that's closest.
Yeah, so you take...
Does it look like it can go further? Or will it literally go to them?
There are 4 chains on each side, and each of different lengths. It looks like, and obviously you guys have pretty much figured it out, that each chain length seems to be relatively fitted for a specific statue. Like, the shortest chain reaches the first statue only. The next one can reach either of the first 2. Third one, so on, so on. So, you pick up the chain, the shortest one, and you go to the statue. And
I'll try and pop it in their hands.
Doesn't fit, because there's the sword in the way.
Oh, does it look like I can put it in their mouth?
Their mouths are shut.
Can't you switch?
Does it look?
I assume the swords come out.
What about
Oh
the
yeah,
other
I'll take the
hand?
sword out.
Can you make dexterity saving throw?
Oh.
as you kind of grab the sword, and like it does freely move, and you go to slide it out of the hand immediately grips the sword and bats your hand away, and then kind of just swishes the blade in your direction. As this one, if you give me a second, I'll put oh shit, didn't mean to. As this one immediately springs to life.
Can I have done something? I just wanted to check it, but I wasn't.
You
quick
have
enough.
a reaction's worth, because you've already called it.
Yeah. I will use Chronal Shift to try again.
Okay.
I'll change time. To try,
One more time.
yeah, a different dexterity. To try and... Yeah. Or could I... Would I have been able to change back time so that I put it elsewhere? Or is that cheating? That feels a bit cheaty.
It's too late.
I'm gonna throw.
Way too late.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Sorry.
That is still a fail.
Yeah,
At least
yeah,
it's better.
it's a fail.
And it's going to make an attack against you. Well, it's not gonna be a full attack, because this is like its reaction as it hits into you. That is nowhere near enough. So as it kind of goes to backhand you and push you away at the same time, it just bounces off the arcane shield. As now, this has now sprung to life, and I think this would be a good moment to call for that little old deer called initiative. Because you have just angered the snake man. You tried to steal his sword.
I mean, I did get told to do it. But, okay.
People don't like their
Choppy
swords
boys,
being
yeah.
touched without consent. It's
Why the f-
Oh, I got that, but I said I put it into their hand, and I got told that one is. I thought they had two hands, so I thought, oh, I've got to take it out the other one. Legitimate thinking. They had two hands, right? One hand doesn't work, so it must be the other hand. The mouth is closed. What am I supposed to do? Unless this is some sort of like, oh, well, technically you put it in the wrong hand, which, yeah, I don't know.
I'm just gonna call it statue, and we're gonna roll its initiative. It's not a very quick statue, thankfully. Like, who knew? Like, statues were quick as
I'll
fuck.
move myself in front of it as well, because
Yes, please, yes.
There.
Yep, that's absolutely fine. Appreciate it. And top of the round would be Barnet, as you kind of just see Nivara drop the chain and, like, just stumble backwards, like, in a bit of a fluster, as this statue, like, suddenly bursts to life and swings its blade towards Nivara.
I'm gonna go. I can pop up. How tall is this here?
What?
It's on the floor.
Yeah,
Is it actually on the floor?
although those circles look like it's a platform, it's flush to the floor. It's just because
Okay.
what it is, I wasn't going to sit there and use about 20 different wall pieces to make a half moon, so I just took a different stamp that was circular.
You can, if you've used Incarnate, you can use like these weird clipping tools to remove parts of tokens. I can show you another time.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 5, 10. Excuse me. Thank you. 15.
And again, although you're technically clipping through the wall a little bit, there's enough space there. Like, you're okay.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna give him a little smack with my battle axe.
I thought that was your roll then, it's not. It's.
Alright, Ben, I'll see you in a sec, dude.
15.
15 hits.
Yeah.
I like
That's
how Ben put
12.
BRB.
Damage.
Sorry, carry on.
Okay. You deal significant damage to it as you kind of just like carve this huge crack just right in the center of its like side as you just side smash into it.
And that is me done for this. Yeah.
Okay. End of your turn, Nivara.
I am going to reach out and I'm going to use Shocking Grass.
Okay.
20. That's a 13 to hit.
It hits.
And does 1 point of lightning damage.
You notice as you reach out and you feel electric energy like build up in your hand and like you charge it in. Has no effect.
Well, okay.
You feel and watch as the electric energy just like bounces and skitters over the stone, just dissipates.
Cool. Does it look like it still has a bit of an effect? It might not have done damage, but does it look like it would have had an effect?
It looks like it's immune.
Okay. Completely immune to that spell, or
to
just
that
immune
damage
to the
type.
Okay, cool.
Does the effect of Shock and Grasp state when you hit or when you deal damage?
Let me double check.
Because obviously, if you still get the effect, because if you hit but don't do any damage, you would still get the effect. That's cool. Obviously, if it specifies if you do damage, then you wouldn't. Because I think that's what you're checking, isn't it?
On a hit, the target takes 1d8 lightning damage, and it can't take reactions until the. So I assume it's both. If I look like it's actually done something, it just might not have hurt it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go with it. I'll go with it. I gave it.
Cool.
It's immune to lightning damage, but yeah, it's an effect that's it's not immune to that type of effect.
Cool. I am gonna step away then, and just move behind Josiah.
Okay.
Look after me, thank you.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Dax.
Okay, let's see what the Spirit Tail is gonna give me today.
So, this is who are you targeting with this?
Anyone who wants.
But yeah, haven't you got to declare a target before you do this?
Oh wait a second. No, I think he chooses his.
Because also we don't.
Because it says here, Tail of the Runaway. The target can immediately use its reaction to teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space it can see. So surely
I think that's just him clicking the use rather than a show.
Right.
Because.
With Tales from
No,
Beyond,
he is using it.
Say that again.
So he says,
Well, because you can do Tales from Beyond to get the thing.
Oh no!
Then...
Yeah, read the second half. Yeah. It can choose up to a number of targets up to 30 feet equal to your charisma modifier. Okay, so what's your charisma modifier?
But he's using it.
+4.
Okay, so you can choose up to 4 people that then have that option.
So I'd choose myself. Nirvana.
Nirvana, got it.
Who else? I'll do Vlad and Josiah.
Okay, so the 3 of you and Adam have the option, if you choose, to use your reaction, and for the sake of Rose, the reaction you use to do the timey thing, chrono shift, technically wasn't in initiative order, and you've had a turn since, so I will allow you to let you have your reaction back, is what I'm getting at.
I'm not using my reaction.
Oh yeah, no, I was going to say, the 3 of you have the option to teleport up to 30 feet to a space you can see. Welcome back, Ben.
I mean, Josiah would just teleport next to, but I don't think he can flank, can he? Because that's not a...
The other side, it probably isn't big enough now.
So you have to teleport there.
Yeah. Okay. Dax, are you using it?
I shall go.
Because Nivaris chose not to use it. Vlad and Josiah have.
I'm going to move to that.
Okay. Beautiful. Is that all you're doing this turn?
Yeah, because that's my action to use the tail, so.
Polar.
That's bonus action. Tail is bonus action.
You have to use an action to activate the tail, though.
Oh. I thought it says...
Bonus action to do the tail. Some of the tail, and then actions you can bestow it.
Oh, cool.
Ray of Frost on the statue.
Okay. Go for it. That is a miss.
And I will move a little bit over.
Okay. As your turn is complete, the statue is just beginning to do its movements. Seeing itself immediately, like, blocked in, it's going to swing at Barnet because you were the one that initially hit it with its first attack. As it's going to hit you with a 13 to hit.
That's a miss.
Okay, so as it turns and it swings its sword down on you and you're able to duck out the way, it's then going to, like, use the, because the blade's double-sided because it's a scimitar, it's then going to thrust it just directly upwards and back at you, but angled differently because you've now ducked. Great. As it swings its blade upwards, its sword, like, chinks off the ceiling and makes a small, like, carved, like, bed of, like, stone, and the blade gets stuck in the ceiling. And it's going to have to spend an action on its turn, try and retrieve it. Vlad. Vlad?
He's rolled a
press
separate
L.
line.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you say anything.
Sorry. I forgot I was on mute.
Right. So, dexterity saving throw from the statue. That is going to be a horrible fail with a 6.
So 5 points of radiant.
Yeah, as this statue that was pretty heavily damaged by the Great Axe strike, you kind of just exploit that crack and you try and send some of this radiant energy inside the statue, maybe trying to find whatever's controlling it and burn it out. And it does create some charring and some burning, but it doesn't kill it. It's still going.
That for me done.
Yeah. Josiah.
I stab with my rapier. No, I don't stab with my rapier.
Yeah, you kind of just thrust forward with the rapier and you just watch as the blade, like, bends heavily, as rapiers do, so don't panic. Because the stone is thick and solid, and it kind of just, you thrust and you kind of watch the blade bend, and it just doesn't pierce through. You don't find a point where you can really make damage.
I think Josiah was expecting it to be like a dude hiding, like a fleshy dude, and he's like, oh.
No, in the wound that Barnet made, you can see, like, as it's literally like imagine taking like a slightly blunted axe to a chunk of stone, you've just blown a piece out. It's either very thick costume or it's a statue.
Yeah.
Could be both. Chichik.
All right. Well, I'm gonna real quick. Just fucking everyone just fucking coming. All right. I'm gonna attempt to rapier it.
That is a miss, just.
I'm gonna use my hobgoblin thing, my Fortune of the Many, to get +3 to that.
That will make it a hit.
Here we go. Boop. I have the power of friendship.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's the hobgoblin racial trait. Is that if I fail a check, then if I fail an attack roll, a saving throw, or ability check, I get a bonus, and I can turn it into a success. Anyways,
friendship is magic.
As you kind of strike out with your rapier, you kind of just like thrust yourself into the wound that was created by Barnet, and you just watch as you kind of just place the blade in and just like try and force it as much as you can. You find it has no give, no give, no give. The blade starts to bend, no give, and then just suddenly gives, and the blade thrusts about a few inches deep, and the entire statue becomes littered with cracks all over its body, almost like as if it's about to crumble, but it doesn't.
Well, joke's on you. I have multi-attack.
Okay. Are you going to? Yes, you are. That does indeed hit. That it does indeed do more damage as you kind of just push this blade in deeper, and the cracks start to form heavier and like they go deeper, and you notice a slight glow of like this slightly yellow-hued white light coming from inside, but it doesn't fall.
All right. That's all.
Okay. At the
It's
end,
still like moving at all.
a little bit, yeah. At the end of its turn, you notice as like dust and soot shakes off the other statues around as the other ones begin to animate. All of them. Running out of colors. We can have heart and sad face. We've run out of colors, guys.
Yes, I'm making a sad face now.
Why?
No more color.
You should get the token.
I would like to.
The numbers.
Yeah. Oh well.
I would like to rage, please.
All go yeet.
Hold on.
Okay.
I'll do my. Can't do my raging.
Okay.
I can do that. Gonna go on to attack recklessly. The red one.
Okay. Attack.
That did not.
Hello, Midnight.
17
17 does hit.
and a 1. Yeah, so I got hit. So then.
Nice.
Oh, I didn't do my D8. I didn't do my
Oh, your wild.
special.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Oh, I got a 1. That's
Problem.
pretty bad, I think. Is it? Where's my... Hold on, sorry. I lost my table again. Wild Surge. Okay, can Mr. Blue make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
He can. And he will roll for you a lovely 16.
That's a pass. So he takes no damage. Here was my tendrils again. But I still get the 1d12 temporary hit points, which would be 5.
Nice.
Got nothing happened to him, but did I roll damage on my hit?
Yes.
Yeah, 13. Yeah.
As you swing the axe in, nothing visually gets any worse on this creature. The cracks are all glowing, and there are now hundreds of cracks all over this body, but it is still fighting and moving. It doesn't like. Well, I say fighting. It's fighting to get its sword out of the ceiling, but it is still alive. Quote marks, because statue.
Yeah. Oh wait, that would be. I messed up difference. It's okay. That's me done.
Nivara.
The grates on here.
Yes.
How big are they? How big are they?
They're probably about 5 or 6 inches gap each. The bars are probably about 4 or 5 inches.
Okay. I don't know if this is stupid. I'm going to move up here, though, just to where the bars are.
Okay.
And just... Oh, I don't know if this is really stupid or not.
If you have to ask, that usually means yes.
I just... Yeah. This seems a pointless fight. Okay. I'll try one more thing, and then if not, I'm doing something. I'm going to try and chill touch the one that's nearly gone.
Okay.
Well, it's... No, actually, can I take that back? I'm going to do what I want to do.
Okay.
I am going to snap and summon my fox in here.
Okay. I'm listening.
and then basically ask for it. I've been trying to read the spell really fast. I do apologize if I'm familiar. Communicate with it telepathically. Can I ask it to see if it sees a button? Or some sort of switch? Or something along them kind of lines?
It does not.
Okay. Okay, that's the end of my turn anyway. I can't do anything else at this point. I'm just gonna pop them in there.
Axe. Okay, Liam.
Oh.
I'm guessing I see this statue start to move now behind me.
Yeah.
Is it alive?
Oh, it's moving. You don't know what it's gonna do, but it's moving.
Steven's looking at me at the minute.
It's currently in the beginning stages of animating. It's assessing the room.
Okay, I'm gonna go do something stupid as well then.
I like it.
I'm gonna dart up the side of the wall, and I'm gonna try and land on its head and try and cover its eyes.
You don't have any actual wall climbing abilities, do you?
No, I mean like it's in jumping up the side of the wall.
Okay.
Then
Make an athletics check.
maybe not.
I'm going to say it's going to use 20 foot of your movement rather than an action or anything like this. But you kind of do a run and take a run at the wall and try and run up it. You don't get enough speed nor strength behind your strides to push up the wall enough to reach.
Is something I'll do. Inspire Navana.
Okay. That's bonus action. I'll...
This.
You've still got
Sorry,
an action
it's
and
just
10
every
foot of
time.
movement.
I'm just gonna whack it with the rapier.
Okay. Roll ahead. Oh, that hits.
4 points of piercing damage.
As you take, like, you stab into the rock and you kind of catch it at a bit of an angle and catch, like, a part of, like, the, like, trousers and things that it has, and you, like, crack and, like, shear into, like, a piece of the rock and create, like, this, like, crater in the rock. And you pull back. And as your turn finishes, Hollis begins.
Yeah, and I hope this works, but I move over here and I cast Fog Cloud there.
Nice.
Okay.
It's like 20-foot sphere of obscured.
20-foot radius sphere?
Where did you? Where's it centered? Sorry.
In between those two.
It comes all the way up to like
20-foot radius.
Yeah.
So
If you're
5,
dropping
10.
it there.
Oh yeah, thank you. Whoever did that, thank you.
I'm just double checking to make sure it's 20 feet radius. Yeah, it's 20 feet radius.
Yeah, only once it's centered there.
Yeah, so it's covering the first two. A
Okay.
bit more forward. That'll do.
Okay, so you just kind of put your back to the wall with Nivara and you turn around and you just concentrate on a section of the floor as these statues all start stepping out of their, like, little alcoves, and you just kind of, like, focus on some of the soot and things and you just emanate this fog and smoke. It just fills that portion of the room, completely blocking it off, and you guys have no vision there now.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully they don't, which is what I'm going for. But we'll
I don't
see.
think they have eyes.
I'm just praying they don't have blind sight or something.
No, I've got an idea, but I feel like I don't know if it's a bit too late. But when we get to my next turn,
I'm going to move them all to the gym lake because you can't see them.
Yeah, fair enough. What's that? That was an action. No point hiding. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. On the statue's turn, it uses its action to pull out the sword from the ceiling. 'Cause it wasn't stuck terribly, but enough. And it kind of goes down to one knee. And you watch as all the glowing cracks heal immediately. And as it looks pristine once more, and as it stands up, it puts the sword in its sheath on its hip, and then puts its hand back out to how it was initially. And stops moving.
Is it... Sorry.
Go on.
Is it just one hand? Like, how are they positioned?
They're all in various different positions, but each of them all have a singular hand that is out in front of them that is partially open.
Okay.
And as I said, that one has now... I'm going to put the cross on it because it fully healed and then has put its hand back out to how it used to be, but it's now put its weapon away in its sheath on its side.
So we
And
gotta
you said that...
murder everything first.
Well, 1 second. Just 1 second. Did it seem like... You said that it didn't fit when I tried to put the ring in it first time?
Because it
Does
was
look a little
holding the
bit more
sword.
open? With both hands?
No. Its one hand was down by its side. The other hand was partially out holding the weapon. And you couldn't put the ring in the hand because the sword was in the hand. The reason it animated was because you tried to take its weapon.
And it didn't seem as well that I could have put it in the other hand, the non-dominant hand.
No. Its hand wasn't in any form of position. It would have just... The best you could have done was put it on like a bracelet.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Are you okay with that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just duct tape it.
Yeah.
Duct tape wasn't invented.
Well, my other option was going to be to try and bound their wrists, but their wrists weren't together, so that was my other thought. Okay.
So then this one steps out. 10, 15, 20 to there. This one goes 5, 10.
To drop a spell, does it have to be on my turn?
15, 20, 25. No, any point.
Okay, I'll drop it then, because they're clearly walking through.
Okay. Delete the spell. I'll just reveal them then. So they're going 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. As they're all like in some sort of formation until they reach the combat. You see that they're walking in some sort of formation towards you guys. And now, both green and blue are going to make 4 strikes combined against you, Dax. Yes, I'm going to roll all 4 d20s. Tell me, does the lowest one of a 14, I'm assuming, doesn't hit?
14 is bang on.
Okay, so all 4 hit. Rosie's here, Midnight. I'm sure she'll say hello. So all 4 attacks are going to hit, as literally these large stone scimitars just start raining down on you. As you take a combined 25 points of slashing damage. Rose?
Hello?
I've been asked, when is yours and Special Man's wedding?
Special Man.
Special Man.
You don't know the name of something, and you say what the first thing that pops into your head. And this is what you get.
Are you still up, Adam?
Just trying to work that one out now. No.
What do you mean you're trying to work? Oh, of course, yeah.
It's the undead thing, isn't it?
Right. Well, as you drop down, can I then get you to make me another con save? DC 10, because they weren't heavy hits, that's why I just rolled them all together. That's a fail. Can you roll for me a D100 as you just sustained an injury, bud?
I'm an idiot.
Oh, okay. Oh, that might be an interesting one.
It'll be better higher, isn't it?
Higher is better, yeah. Okay. This is second wind plus. So, you fall unconscious but have a strong will to survive. You will have, until stabilized or revived, advantage on your death saving throws, and you start with 1 success already.
Ooh, nice.
You have to subscribe for Second Wind Plus, or...
Well, what it was, if you'd have rolled a 96, it was you get advantage but no starting success. The plus, you just get the success.
Don't worry, it's just no. You just have to have a free trial and keep making new accounts to get more free trials.
Or just like, or just do it like WinRAR, where it's a trial but it never goes away. But no, like, so yeah, so you get 1 success automatically, and then you have advantage on your death saves until you're healed or stabilized. The Yuan-Ti in yellow is going to make 2 slashes, 1 at Vlad, 1 at Barnet, as it's going to do its overhead swing at Barnet first, reaching over. Natural 20.
Self-revive.
Fuck you!
I feel like you were saying "fuck you" before she even said it. Like...
I was waiting for a 30.
I'm giving advantage to Josiah. Let's get that PP out. Oh.
Right, so as you encourage Josiah to get his PP out,
he knows what I mean.
The overhead strike went to hit, and like you notice, like Barnet moves at the last second, and naturally some of you guys and like blocks, and then another overhead swing goes for Vlad. Of course it does. Of course it
That's
does.
a miss.
Yeah, the fucking course it's a fucking miss.
Oh.
Just making sure.
Okay. As it swings, it carries far too much momentum with its strike, and kind of like uses the momentum of its own heavy blade and like puts itself prone, like it just fucking flops to the floor like a fucking idiot.
He's a floppy boy.
He's a floppy boy.
The floppiest statue you've ever seen.
Fucking beautiful, mate. Fucking beautiful.
I'm surprised we didn't have a shout off then to do silvery barbs, to be honest, Coyote. Like.
Oh no, I'm not using silvery barbs on that.
It was a natural 20.
No, I'm not using silvery barbs on that.
At the end of their turn, though, Vlad, you have a chance to rebuttal as you just watch this one guy cripple in front of you.
Oh, I'm going to attack.
You'll
He's
have
prone, isn't he?
you'll have advantage, yeah.
Try again. I'll take the first
A
one.
17 will hit. It's not a ton of damage, but you do like create like an indentation as you see Genji's tits in the background. Thank you, Midnight.
Yeah, I was wondering what was going on for a second.
Midnight's just,
Just get
Midnight's having fun.
good.
So yeah, you crash down with this heavy mace and just create like a small concave of the stone. Is that it?
It's prone, so I could step back, aren't I?
It'll have an attack of opportunity, but it'll be disadvantage.
No, in that case, I'll
Because
stay there.
melee attacks while prone incur disadvantage.
I'll stay, that's all right.
Josiah.
Yes.
Midnight.
I don't need to flank because I've got advantage, so I'll help Bard out. I'll go 1, 2 here. Stab the green. Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
Farm for crit. Yeah, I'll crit farm.
Farm for crit.
It
11 piercing
seems
damage.
you was not successful this day, but nice damage. Nice damage indeed. As you just strike in and you see some cracks like immediately form, heavy, deep cracks this time. That was a lot of damage.
Yes, I'm just seeing if I can do anything. If I can use PP with bonus action. No, I can't. Moving on. Yeah, that's me done.
Right, so with your PP being useless, you just don't bother.
I'm saving some of my PP for later because who knows what's waiting us.
Chichitik.
Alright, I'm gonna move over to this one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna activate my Blade Song.
What, Wonderwall?
No.
Okay.
Never Wonderwall. Actually, well, maybe. Done. All right.
I hate it.
So,
But then Dax half wakes up. You're gonna be the one that saves me.
Saves me. All right, I'm gonna stab this guy for 9 piercing damage.
Oh, fucking, that was awful, but I love it. I'm gonna clip the shit out of that.
And after all,
you're my wonder.
Oh god! Oh god! Everyone doing that at the same time was not good.
Acquire's supposed to make things more in tune, not less.
All right. Anyways, so do 9
timing.
As you
do
strike
9
out
damage.
and you just kind of thrust into the crack that was pre-made by Josiah, you watch as it just instantaneously, similar to the one before, dozens and dozens and dozens of cracks just whoosh and just rush up the creature as it staggers for a moment.
Oh, is it still up?
Yeah.
Well, it's about to not be. I'm gonna booming blade this one.
Okay, it hits.
So it's 11 piercing and 7 thunder.
It doesn't seem to do any more damage visually, as the cracks have already like shot up and formed all around it.
All right, cool. It's just doing its thing. All right, that's my turn, and I will be right back.
Make a quick intelligence check before you go away.
He's already gone.
Just raw intelligence?
Yeah.
12.
Okay. You don't pick up anything in the middle of combat. It's fine. Karen, you go do.
I'm gonna use my fortune of many to make that a 13. That's a 15.
A 15. Okay. You notice that it seems like nothing really changed with that first statue that got quote marks defeated. Once it exploded in cracks, it would almost suggest that that is like almost the threshold for success, as they don't see, they've never fought you any further once that's happened, and they don't ever seem to take any further damage.
All right,
What
cool.
do we need to do?
I will share this information.
No problem. End of the round, Barnet, it is you.
Yeah, okay, so he's yellow cracks at the moment.
A little tiny bit.
But not fully, okay.
Blue and yellow are very, very minorly cracked. Red is stopped moving. Green is fucked. The green's like terrible.
I'm gonna have a bonk at Mr. Yellow.
Oh, okay. Bonk Mr. Yellow.
With advantage because he's on his back. 7 and 17. 17?
Hasn't come. The second one hasn't come through yet.
No. Didn't. Is this my roll 20 causing problems?
I don't know, but
Because now we're showing the actual results, just saying rolling 7. Hold on.
yeah, I can see the 7. Oh.
Okay, it was a 17, not a 20.
Oh, okay.
It was a 17. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, that I appreciate the
Second roll
honesty.
then.
Have an inspiration, Liam, because I appreciate the honesty.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, do you want to roll some damage for me, bud?
Yeah. 12 damage.
Sheesh. Yeah, you do another heavy, heavy sundering strike, and you just make a massive indentation. It doesn't explode in the cracks like the others have, but it's heavily, heavily damaged now.
That is me done, I think.
Okay, are you sure?
Oh, wait, hold on.
There
I need
you
to
go.
check something very quickly.
Okay. I heard
It's not
the
doing rage damage.
Okay.
There's no rage damage being done to it. There's another 2 damage to go on top.
Okay, it's the description doesn't change, but I appreciate
Okay. Okay, that is me done.
Nivara, you can see all these
Oh.
statues slowly marching their way down this hallway. What do you do?
I'm gonna cast Shatter.
Oh.
Because they're made of stone. I'm an idiot. So yeah, they need to. I'm popping it there so it hits pink,
Orange and yellow.
yellow, and yeah, orange. And they need to do a DC 14 Constitution save with disadvantage because they're made of stone.
Yep, no, that's perfect. Yeah, you cracked the code. So yellow, fails. Pink, fails. Orange succeeds. Holy shit.
Still takes half damage though.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my turn.
So just give me a second to update health.
That's okay.
Orange was the one that succeeded. Pink failed. You watch as the yellow one, similar to the green one and the red one, explodes in a myriad of cracks all over its body and staggers for a moment. The other two take different levels of damage, obviously the pink taking a bit more, but they're both still currently active combatants, it would seem.
Perfect.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, I realised. That's why I was like, I'm an idiot.
That's why...
I'm an idiot.
Do you kind of think now that's why the electricity didn't work on the stone?
Well, I didn't know.
No, it's fine. It's
you
fair.
have to try things sometimes. I don't want to metagame by going, oh, it's stone. But that one, I was like, I'm an idiot.
It's also, yeah, but you've also got to consider you're playing an intelligent character. I think it would have been more than fair to probably assume something like that as your character, maybe. But I don't know. They could have been enchanted. They could have been many different things. Yeah.
I've got that now, though.
Can you make me a death saving throw with advantage?
Why is he still unconscious?
No one healed him. Roll one more.
Well, I've got no healing.
That's a success. That's 2 successes. The only reason why I said roll one more because you could have got a nat 20 and got off.
Yeah, let's try to fish for it.
Yeah. End of your turn, Paula.
I will. Ray of Frost Blue.
You certainly can try, bud, but I don't know how it's going to play out for you. It hits. Okay, never mind. Fuck me.
I'm doing something.
Do you have Shatter as a wizard?
Nope. Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, you kind of tickle its gooch with a bit of, like, AC cold wind. Like, that's about it. Like, you bring its temperature down, like, 0.1 degree.
Nice.
Is that it?
Step back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Statue's turn. Yellow Boy is going to spend its turn getting up. So that's half its movement. And then it's going to go 20. Do either of you two make an attack of opportunity?
I will.
I will, of course. Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
I miss.
Vlad, you hit. And you strike it, and it seems to take no damage any more than it already is. And it goes there, and then it's going to use the rest of... It's going to use its action to dash and move to there. It will drop a knee and heal instantaneously. It will then stand up, put its weapon in its sheath, put out its hand. In a similar fashion, green will also do the same. 5. Do either of any of you make attacks of opportunity as it leaves? Okay. I'm just going to continue to move to here and do the exact same hand gestures. And put its hand out there. Blue is going to stay where it is. And then 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20 to there. And then these are going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then this one will join it. As they have all moved up in the very static formation. Actually, no, wait, no, the blue one will move, sorry, because Dax is down, so it would just step past. I forgot Dax was down. So it will step up. Pink is going to strike out once at Vlad, once at Josiah. As it seems, whenever they have the option, they do tend to split their attacks, like almost purposefully. There's not like any rhyme or reason to it. It's just like, if 2 people, 1 each. But when it has just one option, it will just go all in. So, first attack against Vlad is a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
As you take 5 points of slashing damage from its blade.
Yeah, that's fine.
The one on Josiah, 18 to hit.
No.
No? Okay, damn. Orange is going to make both of its attacks against you.
Okay.
Josiah. with fucking awful attacks as you are just like literally proper like parrying, dodge, duck, dip, dive, and weave. And then Blue's gonna make one attack against you and one against Chichitik, but obviously is Cody back yet?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool.
I've been here for a while.
I just wanted to check. So the one attack against Josiah, going to miss, and then the one against Chichitik, 7. It's also going to miss. As these now have like created like an established front line, and are just like sharing these like heavy swings that are missing for the most part to each of you. Vlad, it is your turn for a rebuttal, if you so choose.
I'm moving to there, but I'm gonna. Which one's more damaged, orange or pink?
Pink.
I'll stick with pink then, please. And I will. No, actually, I'll throw a heal that way.
To Dax.
Yeah.
Okay, roll it.
Oh, you need to move round for that. That's a cure wounds. Touch.
Wrong. Yeah, sorry, I pressed the wrong one. Sorry.
Just rinse the healing word. There you go.
Yeah, that one. Sorry.
Oh, that's still amazing. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it is.
Well, he's higher level casted healing word. Yeah, beautiful. So
Still.
you receive 11 points of healing, and you just take a sharp intake of this hot breath from the air around you, Dax, as you suddenly shoot awake.
You don't breathe.
If he doesn't breathe, would healing word work actually?
Yeah, you just have to hear.
Like, technically, no, but for the sake of mechanics and ease of use, because otherwise it would be fucking awful, I'm not going to enforce that.
Here you go, says the spell has no effects on undead or constructs.
Technically, mechanically you're actually right,
Yeah.
but for the sake of it would be such an awful existence for Adam as a player, I'm not going to enforce that.
Oh, he died.
Literally,
Again.
it would be awful.
You can't kill him, he's already dead.
Yeah. Like, you're completely and technically right, Carl, but yeah, it's like...
Stop moving.
It's a rule I'm going to waive for PC Undead, because otherwise it would just be awful.
Yeah, it would be.
Yes.
As you're dodging and diving and weaving amongst all these blades being swung at you with great force. Your turn.
He will now use a bit of his PP because he's getting surrounded.
Just the tip?
Just the tip. He'll he'll cast use his bonus action PP on orange, and then he'll attack.
Look like. I just keep wondering because you say you use it, but what is it?
Okay, he sort of holds on to the Silver Fortress emblem, and it's like you just sort of squint, and you just almost see this like slight black mist envelop the statue, but you don't see anything else apart from that.
Oh,
the 21 does indeed hit.
So that causes 5 damage, and then the PP goes off, which I haven't played for 3 weeks. I think it's 2d6.
You haven't played with your PP in 3 weeks.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's exploding, mate.
Oh dear, this section's a little.
Fucking hell, mate. Mate.
I can't believe we done this.
Like, we were serious for a couple of
If it serves
seconds.
the ball to me, I am going to bat it back. Like,
well,
he literally did serve his balls, didn't he?
Well, yeah, Daddy's long enough.
Special ball, man.
Right, that's 6 necrotic damage on top.
Okay.
I think on this session notes, Danny, you got to put explicit content.
Yeah, parental warnings.
But yeah, you do some significant damage, and you put some heavy damage onto this statue as heavy cracks start to form around large portions of its body. It's still going though.
Okay, that's me.
GGG.
Alright, I'm gonna move up to here.
Bluey's going to take a swipe at you with its attack of opportunity as best as it can. For a 19 to hit.
I'll just take that on the chin.
Okay. You take a tip on your chin for 7 points of slashing damage as its heavy stone blade just slashes onto your back.
Alright, then I'm going to cast in a cone, which should hit everyone but blue.
Yeah, you could angle it in such a way. Yeah.
Like this.
Yep.
The
No,
cone.
I see how you've done it. I'm happy with that.
Yep. I'm gonna cast Rhymes Binding Ice.
Nice.
Okay.
The DC is 14. Not a whole lot of cold damage. I rolled very low on that damage.
Okay, so pink is gonna pass. Orange is going to fail. Heart is going to fail, and sad face is going to also fail.
All right. So let me see. On a failed save, on a successful save. All right. So pink is everyone but pink is now restrained. Sorry, is now hindered. So they have to use an action to break away the ice.
Oh my god.
So then those three take 6 damage and pink takes 3.
And as you do this, you notice the orange one, encased in ice, explodes into its cracks like you've seen similar before. And the other two further back locked right down as the ice just forms around them, blocking up and gunking up all the joints. Pink is able to break the ice crystals before they form too heavily, but is still perturbed and heavily wounded.
And that will be my turn.
It's a pretty fucking good turn, not gonna lie. Holy shit. Bonnet!
It's a good spell.
What are you
It
doing?
is.
Bonnet?
Okay. I'm just going to move to here. Actually, no, I'm not going to move to there. I'm going to move here. Use bonus action to do my bunny hop, which I think is 10 foot.
Where the fuck have you gone?
I'm
He's
underneath him at
under-
the moment.
Okay.
It's running between
Yes,
GT
temple.
Tick's legs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I allow moving through friendly squares, but not enemy.
Yeah, so bonus action to
As long
get
as you don't
to
end in it.
Yeah.
there, my bunny hop.
Because you can very easily
Yeah.
say to someone, step to the left or whatever, you know what I mean? You can't
Yeah.
end your turn there.
And then I'm going to give blue a little bonk.
Okay, you're going to make a strike at blue, who's taken some damage, but not much. Well, they've all taken damage now at this point.
I'm going to attack recklessly.
Okay.
So 12 and 21.
21, I believe, does hit.
I get to do my damage.
Ooh,
11 plus
shit.
2, so 13 damage.
Another heavy sundering strike. It doesn't explode just yet, but it's taken a lot of heavy damage. Nice work. Are you
Then
done?
yeah, I'm done, yeah.
Nivara.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I feel like this is the best way to go. I'm going to throw another shatter. I know they're all iced up, but it's better to get rid of them rather than just stopping them.
Yeah, and I would
Right.
and I would argue that the ice would break away on it.
No, which I get completely. I know I've basically stopped the spell effectively.
Well,
but-
it was still good AoE damage, like either way. So that's
Yeah.
a con save,
I'm
I
gonna-
believe.
Yeah, I'm going to throw it here as well, so it gets everybody but blue.
Yes, understood.
So yeah, with disadvantage, don't forget, because they are
Right.
made of stone.
Pink is gonna fail.
Mm-hmm.
Orange is failed. Heart succeeded, and sad face failed.
Oh, okay, I can deal with one succeeding, but 12 to everyone who failed.
Pink explodes into cracks. And sad face looks incredibly damaged. But not,
And she will
not like
turn-
the others.
To the others and just be like, do big spells.
You
AoE.
Do
take
better.
care of. Yeah, do better. I'm sorry. I understand what you are going for, but get rid of them quicker, or we sit here all night.
Dax,
And then that's the end of my turn.
on the floor but now conscious, what do you do?
On the floor, eh?
Yes.
Get up and take another swap of the
Well, that
rapier.
sounds like a good damn action to me. Do it, bud. What do you got?
Yeah.
Show me what you got.
Show me what you got.
Never watched Rick and Morty, but I know that meme. 12 is exactly what you need to hit.
Yeah.
Ooh, baby! He
Nice.
also explodes into a mass of cracks. You done?
Yeah.
Ola.
Ray of Frost on orange.
Wait, you said
Orange?
yellow for a second.
Yellow's
Oh.
already ended and exited combat. A 13 hits. He takes the
Five
cold
cold.
blast from the ray, but doesn't seem to form any more cracks than it already has.
Oh shit! It's already cracked. Oh,
Pink,
Yeah.
orange, and blue have all cracked up.
I missed that. Shit. Never mind.
And the mask is looking close to cracking.
Yeah.
Yeah, sad
I
face.
didn't hear that orange had cracked. Sorry.
Fine, it's fine. At least you understood the mechanic and just
Yeah.
misheard. As this one, blue takes a step back. Barnet, Josiah, attacks opportunity.
Yes.
Okay, strike at it. You hit. It doesn't form any more cracks than it already has, as it goes into a kneeling position. Seems to regenerate its wounds. Stand up again, sheath its weapon, and put its hand out.
Yes.
Pink and orange both leave. Vlad, Chichitik, you both have attacks of opportunity if you wish to use them.
Nah.
No thanks.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55 to there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, as they both head back to their original plinks. Exact same premise. Both return to the state
Do they
of...
sheathe the weapons?
Yes. I rather than repeat the entire thing, yes, they repeat the same actions as before.
They do the thing, yeah.
Yeah. Now, with the ice broken, the last two, 5, 10, 15, take strides forward. The heart is going to strike at both Chichitik and Vlad, and Sad Face is going to strike Vlad and Josiah. So, starting with heart on Chichitik, with a 11, which I believe is a miss because of mage armor, and its secondary strike. Oh, okay, fuck you. You don't have to rub it in. And then the second strike against Vlad with a 16.
I'm a wizard, man. I have to rub in having an AC at all times.
Yes, a 16. Will,
Missed.
yeah. The Sad Face's strike against Vlad, miss, and then it's strike against Josiah. Fuck off. These guys have rolled absolute anus. But with the slowdown and the sundering effects of Shatter, it does make sense that their movements have begun to sluggishly not be as quick as they should and want to be. And unfortunately, as a consequence of that, you guys are much easier and able to dodge and parry and do your other cool shit. Speaking of cool shit, kind of, Vlad, it's your turn. Okay,
Cast that.
on which one?
That one.
The heart, okay. That's a fail. And it's so close to being finished off, but it's still just holding together with whatever abilities it has.
Done.
1 HP. Josiah, it is your turn, as both these two in front of you now look incredibly wounded.
Okay, yeah, he will stab the frowny face.
Stab prone.
Misses.
Oh, unlucky, buddy. Is that all you've got?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Okay.
his first miss of the combat, so.
Chichitik.
Alright, I'm So, are either of these cracked?
Both of them are incredibly heavily damaged, but not cracked like you've seen where the others return to their plinths. Neither of them are like that.
Well. I'm gonna stab the one on the top.
Okay. Oh, that hits. As now the heart one explodes out with its cracks, as you've all seen before.
Alright, and the bottom one I'm just gonna Booming Blade for gets and shiggles.
That hits. You've done them both in. The one had 1 health, the other had 2.
Well, I don't think that there was a...
In 1-2 combinations, you just absolutely erupt these into like loud cracks and breakages.
Alright, then I just sheathe my sword and like, alright, we're done.
Do you all allow combat to end at this point, or do you wish to continue in initiative?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will just start picking up the chains and let's get this
I was going to say,
out of
return.
character, you fools, you've fallen into my trap. Rhymes binding ice. Fireball.
To be fair, the Ryan's Binding Ice down here could probably be a welcome treat, given the heat.
Hilda had it because our whole plan was if people were going to be chasing them. You remember in the facility that we went to? Yeah. So if people were running towards us, she was going to cast it, so it stopped them all, and then get someone else to drop like a big detonation spell, because that usually works. Do you know what I mean? Because they all congregate in a little group, and then you can AOE and fuck them up.
Good.
But yeah.
You fools, this has all been part of my out of character. This is completely out of character, you fools. This has all been part of my plan to double cross you and just take the gem.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, are you admitting that?
No.
I said that out of character. That's completely and totally out of character.
Oh no, roll initiative.
Oh dear.
Initiative.
Oh no.
Okay, let's get this show on the road, and can we start putting the things in the things, please?
And one by one, you place the chains in the now open and available hands, and as you do, the hands of the statues clamp around the chains, but do not move further than that. And one by one, you place them, and place them, and place them, and as the last and 8th one has its chain, they all animate. As you put it in their right hand, and then their left hand reaches and grabs the chain ahead, and kind of like they begin to like heave, ho, and pull the chain. As slowly but surely the doors open inwards towards you all, giving you all access to the room ahead.
While all this is going on, can I virtually cast Unseen Servant?
Yes. What I'm going to do, just so you don't lose your characters to the void, I'm going to reveal the little square in between, just so you can like pass through. Because like I said, it is flush. It's just because I did it on 2 separate maps rather than one big one. Do you know what I mean? As you all head your way in. As you all step in, as you step into the room, all of you, can you all make Constitution saving throws, please?
Yay.
Oh.
Do the people who have the bandana on their face have advantage in any way, or is it just because it's fucking hot?
It's heat-based, yeah.
Do I have advantage since I chilled all of my clothes with prestidigitation?
Unfortunately, it's way too hot for that. This is extreme. This is extreme.
Oh no, I won't be doing that because I'm doing the virtual cast.
Yep. So Barnet, you succeed. Nivara succeeds. Everybody else fails. As you all enter this room, this is literally like, almost imagine like a stupidly large bonfire, and you're standing like a foot from it. It's painfully hot in here, and all of you that failed will take 3 points of fire damage and an exhaustion point. As you all enter this room, and you kind of just immediately are hit with this wave of heat, and you notice that it seems to be coming from the crystal in the center. As you're stepping into this room now, you can look at the nearer walls and see the artwork a bit better, so you can actually make out better what it is. It looks to be depictions of humanoids, and I say that vaguely because there's no distinctual differences.
2 arms, 2 legs. Body.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. Being hung over the gem that's in the center with various different methods, i.e. hooks, chains, spikes, and there is depictions of blood being drained from the body onto the crystal in the center. And it seems to be done by snake-like creatures. Similar to the statues, but some of these have tails rather than legs. Some don't, some do.
Novara with Kavain will start to walk, not paying any attention to the gem in the middle other than the odd glance, but will start to walk around, and she's going to literally just try and scan it just to see if there's any bits that look like they can be recessed or anything else in here. Like, basically doing the archaeologist shit and looking for secret passageways and whatnot.
Okay.
Secret tunnel.
Make an investigation check.
Because it is my jam. Investigation. Okay.
Yeah.
Come on. Well, that's pretty good. 22.
As you all patrol around this room and take a look around, you also notice that a lot of the snake creatures seem to be in some of the artwork in some sort of prayer, and you can see the depiction of this shadowy snake creature. And I say snake creature because it doesn't look like a snake fully. It doesn't look similar to what they are. It's shadowy and dark and black in color. It's not got any color or distinction, and it's larger than they are by quite a bit, and they seem to be like praying to it almost. As you get to, funny enough, that exact wall you're at, so that top wall, you do notice a small portion of the wall does seem to be discolored compared to the rest. It looks lighter, like a lighter stone color than the other walls that have much darker, soot and ash covered wall color.
Cool. I will quickly look around it for any, like, holes or something shooting out before I push it or press
Perception check.
Perception? Okay, that's not too bad. 12?
You notice at the far right side, there is 4 small holes, about the size of fingers, in a line, vertical.
Can I, like, finger width? Like, if I put my fingers in there?
Like it's meant for your index, your middle, your ring, and your pinky fingers.
Cool. I will put my fingers in there and then, like, pull, I guess, or something. I don't know. I will move it whichever way feels.
Make a strength check.
Right. Strength?
Yeah.
Just plain strength?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, no, that is nearly close. That's a 3.
You have a D6 still.
Been less than 10 minutes. It's been less than 10 minutes.
I'll use it then, just in case it's like a 5 or something. Nope, that's a 4.
Not even a 5.
Ugh.
Your hands are sweaty, your knees are weak, and your arms feel heavy, and you just
Mom's on her sweater already. Mom's spaghetti.
You just can't get any purchase or any grip to, like, you can't. It doesn't budge in any way.
She'll kind of lean over her shoulder a little bit and try and make eye contact with Barnett and just be like, Barnett, would you mind?
Yeah, and kind of as you like pull your fingers
Okay.
out, because of like your body's swollen very slightly because of the heat, and obviously everything's sweaty and moist, you can't hear a satisfying as you pop your fingers out. It's like a pop.
Oh.
Yeah, not great.
And I will show him the holes and be like, just put your fingers in here and pull.
Wouldn't mine be thicker than yours?
No, you're a little rabbit man. Just put your fucking hand in. We've already assumed that you have fingers because if you had paws, you wouldn't be able to hold a weapon. We had this full-blown conversation.
Do you, Barnett?
Stick it in.
Okay, make a strength check, please. There's no about it. Roll strength.
Do you mean to roll with advantage then?
We'll take the 11.
Yeah.
With your base strength stat, and you rolled enough, which is a DC 10. Because obviously, the reason why even if Navara had rolled a 10, she would have still failed because your strength stat is just too low. You are able to move
it's
it,
10.
but it's you are moving it like in like centimeters at a time. It's tiny amounts of movement, and it's like you do one big yank, and you see the stone shift on like a sliding door type mechanism, going from the right side of the wall is where the holes are, and it's going to the left, and it's like disappearing in the wall. And it's going to take a few minutes, but yes, you may eventually open this up to wherever it leads.
Cool. I will go down then.
It's going to take a while to open up it's a slow process.
Yeah, but it's...
Yeah. Is anyone else doing anything in this room?
Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm going to take the servant up to the gem just so we can get a idea how big it is.
It's about 4 foot in height, not counting the stand in which it's in, and it's about 5 foot in width in both diameters. It's a cut gem. It's not rough, as you can see. It's cut purposefully. It's large. This would fill a 5x5 cube easy. With the stand as well, it is about 5 foot tall because it's like a metal stand that looks maybe like it could be made out of gold. That is designed to sit this gem in. What else do you do, Dax?
I'll just go up to the door slightly and then just have a peek inside the room.
You see everything that I've been describing before.
I'll just hold position by the door for now.
Okay. Anyone else? No?
I mean, yeah, y'all doing archaeology over there.
What I will do then is, because obviously the next thing is with Nivara, she's slipping in the door once it's opened. They've gone for, I'm assuming, a bathroom break. We will do the same. So if anyone would like to go to the bathroom, we'll take a couple moments. I'll go myself, and we will reconvene in a moment with the door being opened. Okay, guys? See you all in a second.
Yeah.
Right, I am back. I don't know if anyone else is.
No.
I'm not here at all.
I've never left.
Oh, like it. I like it. We gotta wait for Rose at least. She's the nosy fucking archaeologist that is gonna gather cultural items for study and definitely not money making.
It belongs to the museum.
Okay.
I think I made Liam jizz there. I don't know.
The problem is, what she's not telling you is that her museum is actually hidden and secret, away from everyone else.
Yeah, no, her shop's called the museum.
It's not a shop. It's an apartment with a hidden museum in the back of her house, just for personal use.
Yeah.
Liam, your dice is rolling.
I don't know why he's doing that. It's just rolling, apparently. It's still rolling. Is somebody
rolling.
It's still rolling. It's still. It's not doing anything.
Okay.
My dice is confused. Let's try it on. Let's trick it.
Has everyone seen the orb thing in Las Vegas?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck's that all about?
It's like a stadium, but like the whole outside of it is just like a giant screen.
Yeah.
The Vegas orb.
The
orb, yeah.
It's cool.
It'd be great if somebody could hack that.
Yes. Yeah.
Just get into it, just
Welcome back, Rose. We've been waiting for you. So.
Are you back?
Eventually, as the door opens further and further, you notice, not like a corridor or anything like that, more of a hidden room, as it were, behind a secondary wall. And inside you can see a small stash room for items. And you can... The things that are most abundant and obvious is heavily used and damaged in most cases piles of clothing and equipment that were probably once belonging to people. Weapons, armors, standard clothing, basic equipment like canteens and things like this just piled up in one corner. You also notice there is a small pile with a sack, or two, there's one sack and one chest, and you can also see next to it just a loose scattered pile of jewellery. Mostly brass and silver, a couple of standout pieces. And then, completely isolated on its own in the centre, there is a silver ring.
Can I do a thing?
What?
Please. Can I do... Where's it gone again? My magic awareness.
Right.
So, until the end of your turn, on the location of any spell or magic item with 60 foot, stays not behind total cover.
The only thing in this side room that produces any magical potency is the silver ring in the centre. Everything else is mundane, but given the art on this room and what you found here, this could very easily be deducted as the belongings of people that were probably captured by the Yuan-Ti and promptly murdered, for a lack of a better word.
Unalived.
Sacrifice.
This seems to be where they basically took all the items off them and put them. you'll notice that the room does bear a lot of char markings, and it would probably be assumed the reason why that wall that you moved wasn't as charred as all the other walls is because there's been times where it's open like it is now, and the char marks have gone onto these interior walls here. It's been shared out rather than all on one singular wall.
So that ring is all by itself, like a little
in the center of the room, just on the floor. To the left, you see a small chest, a sack, and a pile of jewelry of mostly silver and brass. On the right side is piles of clothing, armor, and equipment of both weapons and utility bases. All sorts, literally just massive pile of people's things.
Is there a longbow that would be in good condition?
You can make an investigation check.
Also, before Barnet does anything stupid, Nivara's going to use some cloth or something and pick up the ring, but using the cloth.
Oh, well, I was going to check around the ring first.
I'm sorry? You can do what?
I was going to check around the ring, make sure there's nothing trapped on it. Well, no, trap on around it.
As you begin to look, Nivara just gets a cloth and picks it up.
Yeah. Well,
nothing happens. Paula, looking through, you find a few short bows and maybe a crossbow, but you don't find any long bows. Then the thing is, a lot of the equipment, especially things like bows that are made of wood, are very disheveled, cracked, and broken in most cases. Where the everything in this room, you notice, looks old.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like the clothing, just as an example, in terms of fashion choices and different designs and colors, that these look half a century to a century old, maybe more.
Okay.
I was just trying to save some gold. I'll buy one.
Yeah, by looting dead people's stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to find the perfectly preserved wood in an old tomb.
Yeah, especially a tomb as well that he's cooking everything alive in here. Yeah, the wood would have dried out, gone brittle, and it's rotted. You kind of pick you pick one of the crossbows up, and literally the wood snaps under the tension of the string, not even fully knocked, and it just completely implodes on itself and just dishevelly broken. Metalwork's not too bad. That's pretty much okay. Maybe the leather wrappings and different twines that have been used to tie the guard handles and stuff breaking, but the actual metalwork is for the most part okay.
Can I? Oh, sorry. Go on.
I was just going to say, Josiah's right, are we going to start? Is this all the booty, or is this everything?
Wait a second.
Didn't we think there was going to be more?
Just 1 second. Can I look through the other stuff that you mentioned? You said that there was a sack.
On the left, on the left side, there was a sack, a small chest, and a pile of jewelry. In the center, on its own, there was the ring, which you've already picked up, and on the right was mostly just random equipment and clothes.
Cool. Can I have a look at the chest and the sack, please? I'm just trying to have a look to see what might be in
You kind of peer into the sack, and you can see some coin in there. Old, but still good. Mostly...
Can I
Yeah?
gauge the timing from it? Does it look like an old mint?
Yes. Just do a quick history check for me.
Yep, no problem.
You could, like I said, about a century old, maybe, at a rough guesstimation. This shit's old. The coins are still more than usable, but they're of a different design. Some of the metal is discolored over years of use. In the chest, you can see crystals and gemstones, all uncut, raw gemstones. And then
there's jewelry.
The jewelry, which is mostly brass and silver. However, there is one piece that does stick out, but it is broken in two at the moment, and it's a platinum bangle. But it's broken in two pieces at the moment.
Okay. I'll grab it all together
Easy
And
enough
just
to do, yeah.
get ready to
Obviously,
stand
you've all
up.
got bags and things like this. You can all scoop it up. The chest isn't that big. The sack's not terribly big at all. There's not tons in there. There's only a couple hundred coins total. Like, most of it's gold and copper, but yeah.
And there's no, like, nothing kind of in a corner or anything like that. Just looking up, I can't see any
Make a
writing,
perception check.
anything. Perception.
I'll assist.
Okay. Okay. So that's either a 22 or a 21. So 22.
Okay. On the ceiling, in an ancient text, something is written.
What language? I have. If I can tell you what I have, if that'll help.
Please do.
I have Abyssal, Ancient Tiaran, Common, Elvish, and Giant.
It's in ancient Tiaran. Just let me double check.
You can message me it if you want.
No,
I don't
well, no,
mind.
I'm gonna read it out loud. It's just I'm just double checking the name before I say it, because I don't want to give you the wrong name. Do you know what I mean? Come on. Where the fuck is you? Right. Yes. What you know to be ancient Tiaran as best as you can is written in the ceiling. It says a bounty for Sepha.
Bounty for
A
Sepha?
bounty for Sepha.
Hmm. Does anything make sense to me? Am I getting a ping at all?
No.
In my mental arithmetics? Okay. Bounty for Sepha. Curious. Cool. Step out and then be like, so, Josiah, you wish to do something?
Oh no, we haven't got the gem yet, and I'll just see what treasure. So this is like the first secret room of a couple.
So you want to have a look around for like see if there's any other like potential rooms.
He's asking, he's just clarifying.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just clarifying in character, like.
Oh, I will check then. Yeah. So
Have we
Nivar will be like, I will
we
double
found
check,
the gem?
and I'll go around.
The gem's in the center of the room. The giant
in the middle.
5 foot.
Oh, so that right? Okay. Oh, so that's the gem. Okay.
I believe so. It's the only one that's here.
That I reckon is false. There's got to be something else somewhere.
It does seem suspicious. Also, is this going to be the source of what's been jarring the walls? See, as if the doors open, it doesn't get
Burns
jarred.
a boat.
Well, yeah. Or is it a trap? This might not be the gem. This might be yeah.
With the amount of weapons and stuff in here and all that, to me, this seems like it's a trap. I agree.
Seems too easy.
Can I have a look? Can Navara have a look around and just see if there's any other hidden spots, anything like that?
You can make
Do the
a
archaeologist
perception check
thing.
if you choose.
Would I be able to really pay close attention and take it slow and do investigation instead?
I will allow
like
that.
looking. Thank you.
Yeah, can I investigate for more rooms as well?
Okay.
Nope, that's an 8.
Oh. Okay. Looking around the room, there is heavy depictions of this, like what may have gone on in this temple, the sacrificial, arbitrary murder of these people being bled over this crystal. And you can see that them praying and worshipping this snake-like creature that looms over them in this shadowy figure. There is no other holes, there is no other rooms that you can find.
Okay.
There is the room that you have uncovered, you have pilfered through, and there is the gem that is sat upon a metal frame. The one thing you do notice is the frame itself is marked and engraved with runes up and down it.
Cool. I get the wizard folk over and point them out.
Oh,
I'll do my own Arcana as well, see if I know any of them, but
You may
the other two
try.
are gonna be
Yeah.
better suited.
yep. Oh, nice.
This
Oh.
just happens to be in my book, apparently.
G-Tech, are you doing it?
You rolled better than I did.
You've
Nicely
been summoned
done.
to look at the metal, what looks like it's made out of gold. There's markings and engravements of runes on there, and if you wish to Arcana check them, you may.
Interesting. I don't know what this is.
Cool. You're looking at them upside down, which is why you can't make heads or tails of them, literally. But but Polly, you're the one that notices it first, and Vlad not long after. You don't know the exacts, but they seem to be suppressant/sealing runes. Potentially like and like you notice as you like kind of lean on the crystal very slightly to like look down, the crystal doesn't move. It's locked in place.
Yeah,
I
it's
think it is
magically
time for us.
glued.
Oh, this is a very stupid idea. Vlad, have you got my back if I was to do something?
I should always try.
I'm wondering if we bleed on it.
That's what I was thinking, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
In the pictures, looking at the pictures, does it actually show what happens when bleeding occurs?
No. It shows people being held aloft above the crystal by chains, hooks, and spikes, and literally having their like various arteries and necks slit and just left to drain.
Looking at the roof, are there chains in this room?
No, but there looks like there are anchor points for such implements.
Oh, okay.
I am going to pop my little buddy away. He's going to finish just in case anything dangerous happens.
I'm gonna go
Little Cavine.
hide behind the door.
Yeah.
The door's inside the wall, it's gone.
Oh shit.
The only bit that's sticking out is a tiny bit with the finger holes to pull it back again. It's like a sliding door.
Because if that thing erupts, we're all gonna get burned.
I don't think it's that. I just mean, if it was to be that, I do not think that you'd still need somebody. I don't think it's going to explode. It would endanger their lives as well. I'm wondering. It's worth a go, unless we just give it. Let's give it a tug first. See if we can dislodge it.
As I said, the crystal itself doesn't move an inch. Like, it is locked in space and time. Like, it doesn't move. But, as I've said, Paula has noticed that the basis of these runes seem to be in sealing and holding.
Chichi, do you have any dispelment magic?
Only for spells that I immediately cast.
Okay. I'm going to go and do it then. You know, when in an ancient temple devoted to some sort of snake god, I am going to like when in Rome, but there's no Rome.
Is this world in the sword in like Forgotten Realms?
No.
No.
Damn. When in insert major city in the setting here.
When in Burgundia.
Wait. I think we all take a step back from it, and I'll use Mage Hand to try and move it.
I'll use the servant to
I
help.
will specify Mage Hand
can't.
can only move very light things.
10 pounds.
Yeah.
I was going to ask. That's why to ask. How heavy is it? More than 10 pounds.
The gem is 4 foot tall and 5 foot in both other dimensions. It's going to weigh hundreds of pounds.
That's not gonna happen.
The gold metal frame it stood on could probably be close to 20-30 pound on its own.
Oh, hang on, the door that we came in suddenly became.
I was wondering. Yes.
We moved.
Do I
the
remember
base.
the? What?
Say that again. What? The door became.
You know how the door became light, so we could just move it. Can we move the base?
Oh, I get what you mean. I thought you meant the door in that hallway there. That's why I got confused.
The original door.
Yeah, that's why I was like, wait, I never said anything happened to the door. I get what you mean now. I get what you mean.
Yeah, can you try and see if the same spell and runes are on this?
I'll have a look.
Okay, make an Arcana check.
Assist. Yes.
Oh, thank you. That's either 19 or 18. So 19.
Okay. You kind of study the runes very carefully, and like I said, they are sealing runes of some sort holding this crystal in place. And you kind of make sense of it thinking about it more, that although this is made of gold, gold is a relatively soft metal compared to most. The weight of this gem alone, this should have buckled years ago under its weight. It seems that these gems obviously are doing something to help. And it is possible that with a bit of time, you could probably spend time destroying the runes and counteracting the enchantment that's there, allowing the gem to maybe move.
Cool. I'm going to take out my dagger, and I'm going to just start prying at the rune to try and, like, bend it out of shape and break it.
Yeah, exactly that. Disrupt the rune by destroying it so it no longer is what it is. It's going to take a little bit of time, but with a 19, it's not going to take too long, but it's going to take about 5-10 minutes.
And she will say to the others, do the same if there are any other runes.
I'll take a dagger out and
start
defacing.
Yeah, perfect. As each of you are doing this, a few moments go by, and after one stroke by somebody, one of you don't know who did the final, like, blow, eventually you will notice that immediately the legs on the stand, there's 4 of them, immediately start to move and buckle as they get, like, spread out more and more as the gem, like, kind of pushes down and breaks the metal, because the metal gold being soft, obviously the weight of this thing being is just squashing it down, and as the gem just eventually comes to rest on the floor.
Before it does.
Hang on a minute. I'm not finished. As it comes,
I'm trying to stop something from happening.
Okay, go on then. I will allow a quick reaction.
She will whistle at Barnet to be like quick in case it was to drop suddenly and smash. Like she's trying to stop that from happening, so get him to get close quickly.
Liam, make a dexterity saving throw.
No.
To see how, because he might not make it.
I just don't want this to shatter after all that.
16.
Yeah, you'll get that.
It's gold. It's not gonna shatter.
Yeah, the servant's next to it. I know it does command it just to.
No, but if one side goes suddenly and the other ones are still sort of supporting, it'll tip, and that's what I'm afraid of. Because then that's when you get the full smash into the ground. But if we can get Barnet close. Sorry, Danny. I do apologise. I just didn't want it to completely make this all pointless.
Everyone who's trying to stop it smashing, quote marks, make a strength check. As you're almost just guiding it to the floor.
Why did I have advantage?
That was a
because
save.
you were raging.
That was a save, Paula. But I think you don't have any extra modifiers anyway. It's fine. Okay. Between the lot of you, you're able to guide it gently to the floor, and then it comes to rest. About 5 or 6 seconds later, you will notice the gem glows brightly for a moment. Blindingly so. Not any saves required or any blind condition. And then, flying out at the top of the gem, you see this serpent-like creature made out of fire and smoke, similar to what's on the walls, vaguely. And it shoots out instantaneously and quickly past all of you. Takes a few microseconds to study you all before shooting through the ceiling and out of sight. Goes through the ceiling, I should say.
Huh.
As you're doing this, Rose,
Shit.
your arcane focus starts like...
Does it go off?
It's going off, and you notice that, because like yours, it's a fog watch, isn't it? That yours is like,
yes.
You notice that like the little mechanisms and the little trinkets inside that have long been relatively still and unmoving. You notice that they start twitching and ticking and shifting as it like moves forward about 5 minutes or so, like randomly on the clock.
Yeah, she'll open it immediately and be like staring at it, and so it's moved the time.
About 5 minutes forward or so, yeah. And then it just goes back inert, like how it has been. It just doesn't move. Like, and other people's arcane focuses as well. Like, obviously, I don't remember what each person's descriptions are, but they would start to react and squirm in some way, as this is heavily magical. And then once it's gone through the ceiling, it stops. And then you all feel a slight rumbling. The rumbling gets bigger and stronger.
Run.
We move. Pick it up and
Yeah,
move.
roll.
Navarro will say, pick it up. Let's get out.
Yes.
Go.
So, just as a clarification as well, the majority of the equipment you've left behind the jewelry. You've grabbed... Oh, no, sorry, you did scoop all that up.
I gathered it.
It's just all the equipment and clothing and stuff that you've left behind. You grabbed the ring and the cloth. You grabbed all the coin, the gems, and the jewelry. Cool. I'm not going to make you roll strength checks, because between all of you, this gem is big enough so you can all get purchases. And you'll notice as well that since this creature leapt out of the gem, the entire room, while still very hot, has dropped considerably in temperature to an incredibly uncomfortable temperature, but not one that's going to kill you.
Yay.
It seems not only was it holding the gem in place, but maybe something inside the gem too. And you all make your way out very quickly. Climbing the stairs, slowly. Step, 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 step. The light from outside slowly comes into vision more and more. Torches in the hallways behind you all go out as you start climbing the stairs. The rumbling gets bigger, the rumbling gets louder, you can hear explosions coming from the surface. And eventually you will make your way out, and you will see the volcano is becoming active.
Right, time to get to the boat. If anyone can contact the boat to prepare to sail off quick.
How far are they away?
The boat itself is probably half a mile away from the shoreline, but Ike and Tyke took the rowboat out to get you guys there.
If they are within 100 feet, I start messaging them, so I'll use my arcane focus.
Ike and Tyke are still on the shore.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they see us.
They wait.
I'll just be like, yeah. So as we're like bursting forth, I am literally like, I'll move my arcane focus up to my ear and talking to it like a flip phone. Just be like, get ready, we move soon. And like, I'm guessing we're sprinting so they can get everything together, get the oars in place.
And like, Ike reacts and like seeing you and hearing you and shouts back like an acknowledgement, and then we'll start doing hand gestures to Tyke, who gives a nod, and they both start preparing the boat to get ready to leave quickly. And you all, as quick as you can, because obviously this thing's probably about 300-400 pound in weight, because it's solid gem, like it's dense. It's gonna weigh down the boat considerably, and it's gonna slide, but you know. It's not going to sink. You're okay. And you'll notice that there's large explosions and spewing of lava coming at the top of the volcano on Scotland's End. As I put you back on the region map. Carry on, Rose. What was you saying?
I was just going to say, as soon as we start moving, and when we're within 100 feet of the boat, I am going to, look at Desire and just be like, should I get them to raise the anchor so we can leave fast? Yeah, so she immediately is like, relaying messages, if that makes sense. So like, pull up the anchor, get ready to go as soon as we're on, etc, etc.
Yeah.
Like, being a little Walkie-talkie communicator.
Boat. Getting yourselves to the ship as quick as you can. You row, and you row.
Your boat gently down the stream.
If you
Not
see
so
a lava
merrily.
spew, don't forget to scream.
It's just lava.
You manage to get there, and you just see the island is like the top of the volcano is exploding and erupting. It's not like fully like popping off, but like you see small explosions. You see like chunks of rock just blasting and like reacting as you all get on the ship, and I'd imagine give the order, fucking go back, like as in towards 2 point warnings. And you manage to successfully get yourselves out of there.
We did it. We saved the city.
You have a moment all between you to take a moment to take a breath. Think about what you're going to do next. I'm just going to put you back on the ship. You have a few moments now. What are you doing?
Anyone have any
Navarro
idea?
go below deck.
Yeah, I'd
Anyone
imagine you
know
all
what that
carry the gem
dragon
down.
is?
Carry on,
Yeah.
sorry, Mal.
Anyone know what that dragon thing would be?
Can I roll an arc? What roll do I have to make to do that?
History, religion, or... No, history or religion.
21.
Okay.
I'll do a religion.
Hey, Josiah.
Hey.
Paula, you have no idea. Josiah, unfortunately, even with a nat 20, you wouldn't know either.
Oh, it's not fucking Gisa, is it? It's like everything Gisa.
No, unfortunately. Well, you don't know, it could be. But Chichitik, one thing that does come to mind, and let me double check the spelling. Because of the depictions on the wall and everything, it almost brings mind of like some deity. And there's a name, like it racks your brain, and then there's like this, it's like you're trying to think of like any like sub deities that like maybe like snake people follow, and then the name pops in your head. Not quite what Naivara said, but similar. Zahir.
Alright, I'm assuming that's spelled with an X to be cool.
No, I double checked the spelling. It's spelled with a Z because it's not cool.
Ah.
But no,
Sad.
the name Zahir, and then you don't know, you know of it, but you don't know it, but you know it's some like god that UNT people like worship or something like that. Like you know how orcs have like their own god, like and various.
Yeah.
This is
The
like
fire snake god.
This is the UNT god. You don't know too much about it or what it does, but you know it by name and that's it. And the main reason why you figure it out is because you heard Rose's character Naivara say it, and it was kind of like, no, Zahir's not right. It's Zahir, not Sehir.
Yeah. Zahir. Zahir, Zafar, Zah wherever you are.
He's over the boat. We lost him. Don't know where he's gone.
Anyways. Alright, cool. Let's keep going.
You not say that to anybody?
Nah.
Okay.
Josiah will be like making prep, you know, like just sort of walking around, making sure everyone's doing everything. But he will go up to Chishikik and be like, "Have you had a message back yet?"
I don't know, is my cat back yet?
Montrose will explain. Oh, Capitan, you mean the familiar that your friend here sent out the other day?
Yeah.
It's been back about an hour or so now.
Alright, I read the message back.
Yeah, and around its neck there is like a bit of string with like a little leather scroll case, and inside there is a rolled up scroll. And it's just a simple acknowledgement of that's fine, it was always their choice to take up this work or not. And then like there's just a we hope to see you back with a completed mission nevertheless. And that's about it really. Like there's no reaction, it's just like, oh, they didn't want to do it? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's kind of like,
you
they
know,
lost,
just,
whatever.
just a learning. Anyways. All right.
Oh. Do you say
Well,
that to the group?
Yeah,
I'm not there at the moment, I'm
I'll alert
downstairs,
people.
but-
I'll alert people that they're cool. Y'all are cool. It's fine. They'll accept the terms of just non-hostile relations. We'll give you a semaphore flag later.
Okay.
Whilst that's all been going on, could Nivara? I did say she went below deck, if that makes sense. Like as soon as they got back on the boat in the chaos and everything, she's gone straight downstairs.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
tried to stealth away. I guess I don't think she gives a shit. Can I go into a little corner and take out my arcane focus and just have a proper look at it?
Yeah. It seems to be on the time. It's like as I said, it's always static to a time.
Mhm.
Like it's always been like that for ever since you got it. It's never worked as a clock.
No.
But it's currently locked on 11:45.
11:45.
Yeah, it was 11:40. Whatever arcane magic was in that room kind of like jolted it to life, but
Knocked
it kind of
it.
but like rather than like it progressing like a minute like it should have done in that actual time, it kind of like overcharged it and it kind of like zhup, and it like fast forwarded like 5 minutes randomly and it's just died off again. Like someone put fast forward on it and then like quickly press stop.
Yeah. Interesting. And she just kind of stares at it for a little while
Okay.
and uses her brain. And you know when it's like when someone's thinking really, really like intently and goes in a mind palace, I guess, and just starts rifling. If that makes sense.
Does anyone else have anything they wish to immediately do on the
No.
way back?
I mean, if we've got 5 minutes, I wanted to ask an NPC some questions, but it can wait.
Well, that's exactly it. You have 5 minutes left to...
Yeah.
That's why I was like, is there any small things that people wish to do?
Yeah, I just wanted to understand a bit more about Shell. Like,
okay,
Shell's been on Josiah's list of like she must have an interesting story.
Okay.
Like, where does she come from? We just want to find out a bit more about her.
Okay, yeah. So I'd imagine Shell's currently like climbing the ropes at the minute, like tying knots and like giving like preparations for adjustments to the ship.
I guess like when all the sails are set.
Yeah, and then you just call her
like,
down
yeah.
and she'll just like clamber down as best as she can. You wish for Rose to look at Discord? Okay, Midnight. Rose, look at Discord. Do something. with
I'm
her.
looking at Discord.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want?
I just it struck me that I don't know a lot about you, and I wanted to know more about you because
And Shell.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But where did you come from? Like, I don't see a lot of goblins.
Where did you go?
Sorry. Let me get. Hang on.
Where did you come from, Kanajo?
Today is like music and madness. Like.
Ah.
Oh dear.
I'm from Hideaway Island. Yes.
Oh,
Hideaway.
sounds interesting.
Not far from here.
Is it other goblins there?
Some.
Is it like a town?
Well, we live outside town and we go in when we need things.
Oh, so there's a town there, and then you're like tribes next
Yeah,
door.
yeah.
All right. Okay. Did you just want to sail then?
It's fun.
Is there anything you want, or just earn money?
Don't know yet.
Okay. Well, let me know if you do.
Yeah. That it?
Are you doing it on the ship? Or you just that's his last question. You were going okay on the ship, enjoying the ship?
Yeah, ship's good. Needs work.
Yeah. Okay.
Pike
But yeah.
doesn't talk.
No.
Weird.
Yeah.
Talking.
Maybe sometimes people are just built like that.
Weird.
Do you want to go back to your island at some point to visit?
She kind of takes she kind of leans back very slightly and takes a bit of an inhale and a bit of a pause. No.
Something happen?
No.
Insight check.
Yeah, go for it. You can have some biscuits, Midnight. I will allow 1 chocolate digestive. Shells, she's unusual. She's always acting dodgy, if that makes sense. So it's hard to pick up.
Her baseline is dodge.
It's hard to pick up anything that stands out when she does nothing that's consistent.
She's always shifty, so
she's always she's consistently inconsistent as well.
He'll just be like, right, good chat. I see we need to adjust the sails a bit. I'll see you later.
She kind of her neck kind of snaps up back, and she'll kind of just run off, and she'll just immediately see her climbing up the ropes.
Yeah, that's me. Anyone else?
Well, on that note of rigging and shells, I believe if no one else pipes up in the next few seconds, we're going to call this session over. Coyote, thank you once more for joining us. I don't know if you're going to be available for next week's session, which is going to be on the 22nd, but it would seem that it'll be a nice little tie-up session for your character's arc, but obviously if you can't make it, that's understandable and fine too.
Oh, I should be able to make it.
Good. I just wanted to say, just in case, but I do appreciate it. And is there anything you want to say to the fine folks that are watching? Because I know you do stream and
let
stuff.
me just go follow me on Twitch at Coyote the Gamer, because I feel like this was just a lead into a plug.
No, it was just giving you the option to if you wanted.
Yeah.
Look, dog, I'm gonna shamelessly self-promote myself. I'm American. I have no shame.
That is a good point.
It's free market, baby.
Do you want,
I've been inside a Walmart at some point in my life. My sense of shame died that day.
Have you got my stream open, Coyote?
Yeah, I got your stream open.
Just stick a hello or something so I can do the... Because I can't do the shout-out thing, because I can't at you, because your quote mark's inactive in chat, do you know what I mean?
You can just shout out. You can do /shout out.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah, no, but I couldn't at you because I couldn't, I started typing your name, but you wasn't popping up, is what I was saying. There you go. If anyone is interested and you want to give him a cheeky follow. I know you do D&D stuff. Do you do anything else?
I actually don't do. I actually haven't streamed anything D&D. All the D&D I've done is on other people's channels.
I thought you did.
No, I'm just a big fan of D&D. I just don't stream it because let's see. I do D&D here, and then every now and again, my home game is streamed on someone else's channel because someone else in that group is also a streamer. And I'm just like, all right, whatever.
Right, I understand. Well, for those that are watching on YouTube, your video is about to come to an abrupt end very quickly. I thank you for watching, and I hope you watch the next episode. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and all that bollocks in between. See you later, guys.
Early dance.